June 2026 in the year of our Lord. Yefeme Ade Akye Abia Kwame Nkrumah Tikese me morning show president of the land. For Bible near King Ka when Yankopon asem Genesis chapter 21 verse 1 at the eba Mose ngumedi kan Genesis etre aduonu baako mu baako at the eba yenti Yankopon asem. Na Awurade behwe Sarah said ye okaye no. Na Awurade ye Sarah said ye okasaye no. Na Sarah nyinsane na wo babarima ma Abraham ne nkokora wa brim bra Onyankopon ka ne ho asem ne mu. Amen. Sarah yi woye Abraham yere na de wo mu ni se wonya ba na ba esese wo no no ena ye eba wode serie ba etikura watu ni din Isaac wode nkunimu ba wode impage bi eba dabi wo abusuani mu no ye bawo onipa bi sa kwadan ye wu nutu fie wa kim na papa na bra boss sa mama na bra boss sa esan say adombi ene nyame de adua fie ho ne ye de Awurade bafo abesi woni ne kunu sa wo mo bewo wo no be yatra 90 years wo na Abraham di almost 100 emma minu mienu sa niema ni bitu ye ne a ne abamu abu na me ye adwuma kora na mentumi ansi dan na mabo akokore minu so oka bi me prepare visa me nya bi ene over 50 years na ne wan be hwemani mama me visa oh na kampesa me gisto so na me yem wadwuma na sese kura no sika ni wonti sese ya me ni sika no bibia atwamadu baabia obi o wa woni ne ka asem bra atwam bra twaso na me ye ya anye yie enti sa ni gidie no pono no watom bomie nanso na Awurade a obo ade no de waka to abrabo so no onim ni bre wo ho wonim sane wa sha to wo no wo ye kantamanto nyame entama waka no onto ti ekoye ba ye wie die no wase na Awurade behwe Sarah sene oka ye foundation ho na Awurade behwe sene waka no na Awurade be ma de wo no bam sene waka no na Awurade be ma yedie no aba sene waka no Awurade be ma wo serie na be hye areho na namu sene waka no Awurade be ma enkwa ba afiri oyare a wo yare mu sene waka no na Awurade behwe Sarah sene oka ye no onyame wanchere ni bo hye ho de momo ye no woni bre ni brim wodi an se ubenya gidie wodi an se ubenya sa otwen honhom no wodi an se ubenya botre wodi an se abodukire bebemu wodi an se ubekoso wo mpaebo mu wodi an se wontie de nipa ka wodi an se wodi wani betu Nyankopon ko aso le Awurade behwawo na obeye sene waka no wase na Sarah na Awurade ye Sarah sedie okaye no Awurade be ya osao ebedu baabi na wo sere o wo a wugira kwa ho pa peka no bedu baabi ka no kwa no na hunu ne wontu o wo afie wafo tutuwa no ebedu baabi na wo tew dam o wo a wo pa wo no ebedu baabi na wo no abam kwara no kwa do so ma wo ebedu baabi na adwuma ba o wasma me se me bebo kase enkyerɛw se nkunimdie ewo mununkum no achi na adom so ewo wiem onyame onhwe wo saada Ewurade wo hwe wo saada o ma wo ni awerho da wo ma nisuo no enkoso ada na Ewurade be hwew Ewurade be pagyaw Ewurade be ma enkwa aba Ewurade bo sha wa hye waka to obrabo so no obema yenkunim abaye wodom amani pa hu akase wei ene ni nyame aboa no Ewurade hyira semi so na doma ensadenti fagidie kase amen na Ewurade be hwe Sarah sani okaye na Ewurade ye Sarah sede okaye no Ewurade be ye osa adumu ene abompaye fagidie kase amen ye kenkan fi Genesis chapter 21 verse 1 and 2 no onyame asem ni kase amen.
God bless our homeland, Ghana motherland, faithful and together. Hello my brother, 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 hello my brother.
Diechibia Ghana mai betu pon negina wo mamba power dwene Ghana ho kane Diechibia anye na magani amagashia ni hunu amagawo ho Diechibia eyegigi.
Okay, 101.7 so near police Ade Akye Abia semfofo ayechi na enu ayete say yesi ewura kanoforiata wanye green card permanent residence na enwasem etise yidi hu enwo.
One time, your excellency is strong and never give up. Hello, my, hello, my, hello, my. Let our doctors take great attention on operations and save lives. Hello, my. Can you say bye to corruption, bye to discrimination, bye to
so green card and one some no say who apply no me ade e wo mo atrapoye bebre ene e bedi won komo ye 2 years bi ho ye ma 2 years na say your reapplication now they kakra copy say e be bi be 10 years time 10 years time na fe o mo di book na ma o e bi no so de 3 year 7 years na nyina no ye kakra
Ghana mai betu
kera voriacha media na ye bi
Ghana ho kane Diechibia anye na magani amagashia ni hunu amagawo ho Diechibia eyegigi.
praise the Lord, we ought to give it thanks and praise. God bless our homeland, Ghana motherland, faithful and together. Long live Ghana. We gonna build Ghana strong.
Okay, 101.7 so near asama mi bisa no paper ne say me if I were one of the advisors of Yura Kenoforiata okama ne ba Ghana ajo owo nyuma akese wa ha wa ba de na mo be samo se enkrofo ye kan wom ye kire wom nyina wom ye nyina asam no ye nchaage wom ye nchaage wom ye nchaage wom eti akese di enko a oba ade be eno ansa wache no wa ma ne be ni edi asem no ne time so a na waso wo kwa abrukyere kwahwe no na kwahwe no na no abo nya na court ama ne se okosua de won kosua de wansa amra ne eto aseni nsu we boni be ne wom se pa Ghana so de odi nyuma ja nkrofo ababa no omadi o oyina na me mo ache
nana mejo so
na boko de
oh nana oba de adumunti eye na wo so
boko nana se bi ni Kenoforiata tank maba
jaje mu waka na ye won se won te ye ntu
won e charge nko a
nana ade ntu so ewo awo yi se wa o brand so de abase o de America for pa wo mo ye ne president America for pa wo mo ma ne ginya me plastic chair ya akonyo ya akonya no mo fa solution enye ne tunka so se wo de want in America fi bo kopim se rapture ana wo bewu wo ye dan ya ubeko wu nko abansa account obeba
nane has he been charged? No.
Say or say extradition process na wo mu na
amini minia enkodi nkomo me bra pani nkodi nkomo Honorable Kwame Anyimadu entry. Aha. Na MP for Asante Achim Central.
Okay.
Na mene no emfa enkomo nhihye so na yenko emra. Nana Kwame Anyimadu Bembe Kokrotum. Memo ache no pay.
Ya odromo Kwame.
Aboko die.
Yehu adom ne mumpai boy ho ye pa.
Di aje kiki kan wa kire envi no.
Unya obeka mum.
Na ne ensam no de se bi wo ho wo kai patran san so ufuo no ne ayi apa so de no
Ane ayi watching so aso so watching so.
So watch ensam wo bra yeshia ne aka na bra ma ba nchen a ene me hu ade bi MPP blows alarm over attempts to free Sedina Tamaklo. Say what say SS aban no pese of nkuntuna sibi ntrikesi bi na wojai maame a ye court wadi na sem say ye mfa ne ntum mfie be de owo na mfie du na wode o picture ba beto na mokonya afela iwei
Na Kwame maame no wei. Yes, extradite now bedru Ghana no. Or he, or police station bang, or cells bang, or prison bang, time ban or 7 sentence. Ghanaians need to know.
Ayi wadi why me ni yenhwe se bia ye du obi asem in absentia na ye se ye mfa mra wo mra na ya wa ma ne ya na wasaranda na ye de ne ba ya ne fa process ben so
Yeah, over your conviction and extradition proceedings akoso. And I don't know aba ya extraditing to Ghana. And see the first idea say and say obedru ya no ano. You didn't call prison no several the terms no. Matches or ye appeal. Why appeal? And so this say echo say be a say ni say. But the first so Ghana and when you ayo 2021 no when you are na sem no say started 2019 they charge no an amount to a convicted no high court no they found a loss of nearly 90 million cedis 90 million Ghana.
Hey
Maria we mafa we akwa ha na airtime cause willfully causing financial loss, stealing, conspiracy, loss money laundering, any procurement of Nema Bebre, Nina Webisi, procurement breaches, totaling 90 million on Ghana, Elisuye. 2021 almost almost charging. Somewhere in 2019, somewhere in 2021, and I'm January Okase Oko Abruchri. And the court in 2023. And also in absentia, a clear indication said no Johnny for 2 years. Wama for the trial, and were two so. So she was convicted on 16th of April 2024. Ebesine unsi her. The sentence was 10 years imprisonment with hard labor. 9th of June 2026. And extradition, a year Juma. And what they about drew Ghana. So the question is, and here I did not question. Prison ban or first ban or any name, Kwame. The Koba say, oh, Nema Echo Sono. Near
Kazi mitio mo fan mamina questions won papa hello yani honorable Kwame Anyimadu entry na MP for Asante Achim Central and I no twetwe nkomo no K101.7 so ni ye bekoya nim na ye di ho nkomo na aha line tiko yes ensaka no bra yen santo nkomo no so
nkrofo ya amo nema omo ye no kuro mu no airtime na ye ntimi kan ya no ntumudi ema omo nya de omo pesa emra no ewo ho ena Ghana nso enye obaakofo dia ena wa famra e de ahye obotom say weaponizing it police institutions we de ebekyi no we ye nti no esan so we NDC ni journalists we de yebekyi no wakasafa we ho individual wakokasem enye eye no kuro enye no kuro wakokafa ye ho ye che won so bia institutions ni nyina esi trust obeka ya obama ba krom ha no Kwame okay so obama ba ha no mo abre na fina na maba parliament for 2009 obama ba ye enema miensa na nan ya obo no tofa no bako na ewu mu ani hia pa ye building our institutions asama o kan say Africa yi hia no na institutions nyina esi ni trust yoko esi trust national security esi trust Ghana Police Service eye de omope se train ye betra ye sorry ya Rambo style na abegina ho na ya chew ye chew wie nso a bail ye say 50 million na
Kofi Juma de ne de na ye 650 million
anya Kofi Juma nko former National Service coordinator one
Osasi Benkwi
no say yes ebe money bail anyone or the mumbe the oho all this because omo MPP for now say eba NDC media obi a court waka say we 90 million ya conviction no eno de oba Kwame okoto de ne budget na matam no de na kwhye baby
ayi mame musade we one metesi ese mame na kasa ne ho mfa no two ono aso kra ne sarandaye waba 3 metesa yesi ne lawyers nso ye application be to appeal against the conviction and me ade nso wate
I mean we have application for conviction I would dem answer na or process na koso mate but eheni ye de no hye prison ban wo cells ban wo one fee any wo is it house arrest or whatever they say in your conviction no 2024 your conviction no 2 years ni afen no about mine no through the extradition process and it set away no and say abai no timi ma yehunu say or cells we or prisons we ye or 7 terms no a certificate term and a view term
na ye sentence in essential eno no bra wa ba no ene ye be kire bra ese no kaze bia nka wo ni nyina na erane
ba mi na se ne nka ko hia ne na enye ye enye ye sentence obi ananka ne ma sorry no makwa kotena sentence am kwa yi mu ho mu nhume ebe ka na nsa ama maba me na mayi mitimi se enye me ni ene mo de mitum mu free sabre we nti mabanti aka na nsa na duru ha na yi that will lead to absurdity. Yes, sentence so say obey 10 years term so kumu 10 years oya pi na se court ni jai no say wate so ana say bi amra no kra no ye convict ye no we nwia enye no kre enti ye jai no a ye nyina o Ghana ha ye be hu ye nka say obi nye bone a ye mfa no ntum say the NDC 4 year no say and asemo ye misdemeanor ye timi di nipa tum say ye de na tum aje asem no kra ye de wi ansana yeah. Africa the court so the kwanya NDC for faso Chief Justice yes ye na every ho police penny and they say no my tasesano soldier for yasesano prisons yasesano immigration yasesano and these were promises omuma obi okra ni route obedi na yatam akoda bi de na baba betia ho de omai no mo sini traffic na ya trawa ye hwehansa baby ekono yankasa Ghana ebebutu enano ini bangasemo eko ye omo se aye no settlement na sikano omo sakabi entino plea bargain omo ejai no besine tikatwitwiri die case no yento aso Kwame, there's a difference between withdrawal of cases and nolle prosequa. Withdrawal no the case as say let's say Attorney General Kasema withdraw. What the no court to enye. Inti biko an filing nolle prosequa. na imo me koba na me hunu say nipa no wodi bone a me sign ama edina babiem but would draw the nipa no wagya no forever enko ba bia bi sika no a Ghana for nkrofo wia no na de yeka nyina ne se nipa no ye NDC ni dia ye nto case ni so biem ya file notice of withdrawal ya file what do you call it? Notice of withdrawal. Ya file nolly prosecutor. Ye nto aso. Ne wo mo ye MPP ni dia wadi atem kra ye mfa ntum. Eno ene ade a ye kasa. Nti saa obai die ya abai eye sedinam. Court say court we mu 90 million Ghana cedis. Ena afa mame no ensase. Ene ama no 10 years imprisonment with hard labor. Commencing from 9th of June, was started the Obai and Odemua, 9th of June, Obedruye, by a conviction of 16th of April 2024. 16th of April 2024, 2 years in one several Ikra. And here, Matna Momon Yana Katasumu Maso, Emma Nunko Kusina Fi, Asemna Koda, Nayanti Bibia Beam. They say, oh, Danakateso. Nehotono. Nasadi and Obia Biaganeska.
Na ayi mame musadie bi me kai se no om ye mienu ba kono de no wa ha na wo mo FCM court se mfa no koto afiase e kire yi wo mo ma ne be e wo no mo ma ne be no so obi anso ntahwi o enu na ye suro ma wo se aya na we su de ne sa aya aboa bi ni wo se de same
why de na wo kan Kwame
said na tamakuri wo se na say accomplice bi kan wo no so no wo mo de ni tumu e kire mi te say say ya ma ne be na wo mbe toa na sem so mo hwehwem bibi sa condition say na say no ho mfa no bi sa aha no minim sa onum ho asema
omo bae eno minim dia kosie se oyare e wo yi a na we kra mi hunu de so omo de na akose baabi a ebeye baabi no mbe ka so oyare na enti se oba out no obeji ayare sane ade but ye kan say omo emayi hunu Attorney General Debbie or your press conference. The Econo on your press conference, me who the Ecro. Now, it mean Katasumu Maso, ABM was an email. At the end, one country be a banana republic.
I see. Say, no, sir, beyond the Ubisa Huasemi, sir, or mine. Eye budi abanye budi na wa meka ho bibia mo wana montio as minority ana as member of parliament a obetimi etuo na watimi ebusa ho asem
de Kwame NDC for me blame mo na me blame mo bebresa say parliament kra o de asem koto ho no mo a omo do so so ne Ghana fo ato aba ma omo bum ai din sida enti di omo pebia na omo ye enti na niema tan we ekoso Ghana se obi akobo krono ye de na court enye sika ketwa obi ko wia menkem ye de ne tumu 2 years ebi ko akọ 6 years obi ko wia akọ ba ko emo ko mu 5 years na obi akọfa 90 million cedis na ya ye kataso mu aso se oyendisi ninti na oyembi ni dia ene mo nche na ahomache bail crown ye rebe manua ya mano 50 million Ghana cedis na Ghana ha kwa me demu na se 50 million cedis unu ya ne me bra be me wo justification
na enkura wa zandi ahyem no kura se ye ton ye ne ye wo mu ne ye benya
ene ma ko so na tai enti ne ye ne hweye se over ye crown no parliament crown na omo de omo numbers be bu aguso na why crown na de be ye over crown no se ye be list se ye be ye den enti ye se ye magana fo hunu nia eko nyina na yehunu na okomfo budua enka ninsem
kazo ene ma minya na nyame pa bibia ni a ye be sai afrem ba me ba fi ache meba
mate Kwame
ase lawyer Kwame Anyimadu entry ena ye no twetwe enkomo no MP for Asante Achim Central na me ma mu nyina so akwabo
ya reba
Onwanya for Kwame Anyimadu nsuso no okọ Wesley College.
Okay. Do you teacher ni?
teacher nipa, we teacher nipa. We teacher nipa, we teacher by profession. Na near to barracks.
Now where are
Near to barracks. To barracks. You cross the town. Lawyer, Kodia Etuahine. Safety. Near Yansana squad go. A ticket no answer to barracks will be. Where be you? Kwame VB. Baba said that. Baba said, "One nana mara who's a and I'm didn't me. I mean, the boss boy. No, and no pebiano. With him, Ade honorable. Nana, I want my bay 20. It ya no pebiano. Obi a bodi no aba. Bodi no aba to no him be 10. Onika no do enkrama na match ya bagi run about. It is a caravan, taxi caravan itwamu a no agina ho. Fo what's for na no do nyina agum. Busam so do mo ko hunting.
Away.
Ni ba people. What ya aso make yi.
Odo mo ko ba na.
What's it?
Omo ko ba.
Yeah.
Hunting omo ko hunting den.
Nam.
Akra.
Omo ba ndo omo the number.
What the number?
Wow.
Oh, me say na dwuma o. Na me nim ba bia no okọ. Asa abra wo so na ni bre o time o de kọ. Wo bisa me bia wo mfi. Obroni kokọ no okọ saa. Ana nkrama no so no se ene uni duty a ofre wa wonko. Bo kama ba ko dia bo se no wabegina parade ho no obo we no wabegina
obi asu di ya obi
ani nemnim hawa otim training wo mu.
Wow. Very interesting.
Na headmaster na owo Armed Forces secondary technical no na ne fen TK gbegle ene ma de oye headmaster chichi late comers day students no otibi fra mango no dia no tamango no na tamango no na musa mo bom ba no mo ayele bozu wo hui
As a ninja
no bezim. Hey no amachi mu nyina. Oh, master now a major retired TK Begbule. Who chira dia otibi fa veranda no so say, are you sure of what you are teaching? Oh, Nabara said there. Yewra Mustafa Bandi. Was a deputy general secretary of the NDC. Ange Muslim watching. Naboko die.
Ready I do more.
Iya pa wan na me bonza no. Honorable Joseph Yami, me bra.
So no there.
Na ni papa chese hunting na no kon enye wan waso national organizer of the NDC.
Was a politics a hunting job.
A hunting job. Na mabon chen enra video bi akọ viral. Yewra champion chama wuntumi. Na ose omuru mraso omuru chopaso omuru bibia so se bose onkobu nkotodwe se ye TV so se Yewra mahama ne abusuafo animu a wo beye mini so anya video ni bia hwe a
Hebi pa.
to say
That was a amateur what if na. Mere ma me bia makwa fonso. Afantia na nsa no bom kwadu.
Ai.
Kwadu ndem nim se na kwan so ba. Ofa ai tamawunt mi e enu ba ko pe. Se de bia da makatro se. Chairman pitru pa o ceremony.
Awalo ceremony on.
Oh, tamawunt mi e ceremony. But yes, and say, ensure a foul. eba entonyo eba na brɛw na amanyasɛm deɛ yɛbɛkɔ so ayɛ kuro ne yɛkyekyere kuro brabɔ ne nkyekyere kuro sɛ ɛmɛ de paa nso sɛ me nua chama wontumi ɛnɛ watumi ada no adwen ho wohu sɛ nneɛma bi a wayɛ wakeka mmerɛ bi a ɛtwam no yɛmfa nyɛ amanyɔsɛm Kwame, my first type wa minya referral with school ɛyɛ time a ɛyi obi kɔka na nado wasɛm sɛ ɔde sɛ waburo no bɛkae saa asɛm no a
kae paa
ɛna abayewa bi fa no gidiginam sɛ ɛpakyɛw saa ɛnneɛma no ɛnyɛ amanyɔsɛm abayewa no fa akyire bɔ me kɔ ɛyi ɛma me teacherfoɔ taa me ama ɔde referred but adia yemfa nya
na schools no ya na saa de na ya ne koso na asem bi okro na emfa academic activities ne work no ene de me ba yese me besua no na wa mutim de fa so na o ma trail you
the relationship that is the level at which relationship can influence but
okay
nem tase me kan say asem wa yemfa nya amanyosem yemfa nya amanyosem I have always maintained sɛ nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a ma yɛn ka mfa yɛ ho sɛ wotumi bi wɔ ano ka sɛ ɔmampanyin dadaa ɛne no maid ɛda without thinking of the implications on his family, the pride of his wife, his children, whilst you have the same in your house. Sɛ Kwame yɛn bokura yɛn tɔtɔfe wɔ a yɛnam abɔnten so you are any problem. Look at how the heat it can be. Now you try to undermine the marriage, matrimony of the first gentleman of your country at the time that he was a former president. Overcome.
Meet you.
But I will never encourage anybody to draw in President Nanado's enviable family into political discourse. Politics is Nanado's cross and he should carry it. Politics is President Mahama's cross and he must carry it. But you don't bring him his family, his wife, his children. Minuya Chamawuntimi said all of this. Number two, you dared a former president of the Republic of Ghana. Sir, he cannot enter your region Abraham as a regional chairman of a political party. And when you were doing all of this, clearly, on the back of this conversation, at the back of banks, one not NPP Ashanti Regional Constituency Executive for the first time a whole press conference mentioning contracts, government contracts are a regional chairman what Gia 1 year.
Quite no say a road contract as a thing.
Yes, 1 year. Now what the Winsako group are buying sikem. No Febi. On top of it, now mining. We are regional chairman. But me and Mosabe, you don't have to do it. Done all of this. Starting there is no case anywhere. Now say you want to draw him into these issues. It's not right.
Woman dear no amo kan se aban sanimua enka case no edabu okwa na owo biwa anopa na lead counsel urapia kubia kra ka kire ne se my lord ye pa cho ye obi enne ewo ha was ahon de ne yes oh 9 o'clock kan say okay ene amudi ebo 2 ametwa mo ha ne chesa fe ye di ni tentente ama polian do kra be kan se da bi asem na e kontem dodo Tina just say omo problem ni say sa ban say ni mu a ade ne yi break na firi mu na nam so na gwagwagwagwa de nam so eko
Photocast me a friend expeditious trial and bonnet. And expeditious trial doesn't injure the right of any party. Say facts are facts and they are sacrosanct. Sani canon rem. The fact is that Obekawa Semenyumre, Ukana no pa, Sana Obekano. The emotions of the judge does not play in fact. The morning with dia, you can't know, you can't know, Sana clear. And to see any speedo, it doesn't change the issues. I'm just saying, sir. In fact, and now year, what started say, I said a judgment there. A mini opinion appear could be started, say, oh yes, I am who say. MPP as a political party, you know, is full of double standards. Which shields persons who have committed crimes. And you see, it's very disappointing. So, when you are mostly you will hear him in this kind of issues. So, no, his expertise is to undermine justice and scattering issues, even though it will be of justice to the nation. And the emotional blackmail. Oh, maybe Chamaun to me did your man Penia Temunti. And expeditious trial na ekoso ebia omanpanyi odidi na temunti ekopa na tawo
wonye de na o kasa school kra no wo de eba ya e ma ye ma referral no e wo school no na o can by way of sebia nipa no political affiliation ni no de won eno o so gidi se na ba na wo so enti sa de no betumi esi.
In fact, President Mahama is not that president. You see, I always say something, sir. Papa no edimina eye ubia uhunua oyedin onkasa. Sebe. Nyamisro adwa to the extent say oni numi bi woni num say obepra ubi and answer because of him somebody should be crying. That's the natural personality of President Mahama. If you know him, sir, I am not too sure, sir. Ayi ne won't make a car and program President Mahama down agenda. And number 2, maybe what can when the noon amanate effing hose. Whereas certain things have gone wrong, he as president insists that persons who will be taken on should be taken on properly within the context of rule of law. See, I say Kwame Nkrumah Tikese no he emrane chese yemfa from rakwan so sam rakwan so no mo bi enchinchim mo bi nsa. The law should take its course. That is the presidency of President Mahama. It doesn't also mean say calling his name in wrongdoing will justify your exoneration. It will not happen. Kwame, we are President Mahama near crowd you'll be dealt with. All of us are actually he says it every day. You can use his name to eat, but you shouldn't be and you carry your own cross. And I'm standing to respond on this matter, sir. Yenyi omanpenyi edin yenyi edidiatamwa untumi and send him because it won't subtract anything, it won't add up anything.
Ebinimo believe say chow panoko na mampeni se waji atumwa manu butusum na so even if there is a conviction kra no a no mampeni betimi abem aman pardon said ye owo tumi so wo
if that is, if let the court do their work, trying to blackmail the court, the judiciary, trying to draw in the name of the most powerful man in this country, the first gentleman, will not save anybody. President Mahama and his family did not issue legal advice to Shamahun to me when he was doing mining. President Mahama and his family did not advise Shamahun to me. Time loan or Exim Bank. And there are many things that he did that we can talk about. I have a litany of all of this. Kwame, the silence of most of us doesn't mean the MPP didn't do anything wrong.
Now, nya no pass say ya ka say ya na Sunday me pictorial evidence no obi bubu dan ma be to sa frɛ papa no ma papa no betena ha wo se I can so betua dan ka me se me nyi sika no na me de wo sidru se kura mebu asa abra wo niam nyina wom story building wo bu ni nyina to gu ye ya no pa se ya.
They've done all these things to people. Punish their own people. Today, the same people are saying that, oh, I have offended President Mahama. They can go and bring our revered king to go and beg President Mahama. It won't change whatever is happening in the court. President Mahama has no hand. He will not have a hand. We will not allow him to have a hand in what is happening in the court. Onkwedia, yese onkwenya onkwedi, sabe anajuti free a onkwana abeko. Enuntina Kwame, memfa memenje aban contract o. Ena meji bi nso a mehwe so aye. Cause udi aban sika ye be so bodwem.
Bo obi so kase. Ye dia ba no kwa adu se wono akoye wo bra na woni permit no ne ade ne hu komo ayedi still ye ken crofo da so to galamsi man wa wodo the regions awodo no bebre ye tu Chinese for mran wo ho sa Minerals and Mining Act no amendment no ni nyina wo ba still crofo otu wo mu de ye nka no obi a wo be national chairman of the MPP ene mo tu na ne esi ne so minim so what sanse mi bi da
na ayi am robbery meda ya chichen krofo okrumu ha chichen krofo ma ko jele bi mukurewu ama ayi edube bia na president paden krofo kwa chese jele aye ma kono boya yai
enyaye
enti MPP ni ejina court nti ya nko hwehwe wi ase akromfo nyina ye nche omo sa na the MPP ni akọ I mean, does it make sense? Doesn't make what kind of a cat and mouse mindset is that? Sir, we are party ni pursue the national chairman. Not one more brave year. Obia or the regional chairman to meet the body we say to me could discuss and the phone. Now one no discuss. And someone to me is not a poor man. Why do you need poor people's money? And then you come back and talk about unemployment. You come back and talk about roads. Political power is not meant for doing wrong. Political power is meant to be used to help in the process. No, you see, abai and you tafro home. You need it. You tafro home. And the baby will be also would be. Yes, your question, the animal no DVR or the insurance, no, Echo TV, Sabin Pediasa. Sir, or party, what power you should do the things you like. When you finish, the law will deal with you. Kwame Nkrumah for baby Nekudi Bonia. Yabeka the President Mahama Kwansor in Tienjano. No. Intimate family, Samahun. This cross, he will carry it. Let him defend himself in court. He should not draw in the name of the president into this matter.
I tell Panoso Basso be Pansue, or the young fan say, quarter seminim, but Nipano who said, well, no, or be Pacho.
President Mahama or Namhon said the bones of the wolf will be there. Said, bones and the wolf will be there.
I was so quite some penda darko for one was it is your she and Fanny Pension Union Fannipa or Silupano meow.
Oh, meow, be a. Now, so Jimmy for no name to have a boot. 2 years ubehu say ensuonyu abefa wo a eba ne brɛ.
Oh.
So when you take such a man for granted, and Medicare, that we must keep the standards high. So it was condemnable yesterday. It is condemnable today. Say, obi betimi afa amanyoni bi na we dinatemwe gunebusi enimu ase. It's wrong. I mean, I will never do that politics.
But wonhwe obi weka say more politicians do baby on the spur of the movement no bia wo hia nipa bia na ese tumi bia ba mu enom ne ade obi so beka say okay asem no kura me kaye no just for political expediency I said it in jest and not to say
Sabe impediasa ejini no me sabe impediasa se ati wo fie yie ansa na oba amanyo politics mu a and send you or you won't say it. Kwame, nobody takes on the MPP than I do. But I will never cross a red line. Say, at it goes to the root of that person, his background, his family. Say, good anymore. Say, I will never do that. Kwame, nobody has called President Nanado very corrupt than myself. If you Google it, you will find it.
Dan Sam George.
I mean, it's true. Nanado is the most corrupt president we've ever had. One of the biggest crimes he has committed is that he appointed a finance minister who, at the least opportunity he gets, he's not ready to account. MPP has handed our public purse to a person who does not account. And PTA finance minister, ya appointed on all share Picasso. President President Nanado didn't know his family members very well. So he's handed our public purse to a man who stole the purse. We are looking for him, we can't find him. That I will hold President Akufo-Addo responsible any day. Baumia will account for the sins of President Akufo-Addo any day. But never should anybody detail a family, prestigious family values of our politicians as a basis for ridicule. It should be condemnable. Sabiye, Baumiyamo, ese abronyamu womuti TV so no mu di asofo attempt womu di dankawi uli awafa kwatsa ni fie so womu ama the president. I mean, it won't happen. What is wrong is wrong. And we must not encourage very unacceptable behavior in politics. So what we do, we no cafe, or manpening, and then you cook, and that you say these things publicly. Somebody will ask whether you were on cocaine.
I say, so what ye narrative na osena ma lodina ko edwoma koto enema aba be ye aduane nti o yes o fa ne bag se okogina akwa ho se wo fa ka na sa simti ti obi abaka say okay you should treat it with a pinch of salt as it deserves nti ke bia nya asem bia ke hu bia.
Kwame, our biggest pain in this government is that President Mahama have grounded all of us. If you allow us 10% of what Nanado allowed his people to do, I'm telling you, and he is a father that believes that he doesn't like trouble. He doesn't want to see anybody being hurt. And it is troubling when you have the fear of God in you sometimes. That is the only reason. Things have happened. So what need to five would be sabe. Ma Lordina Umfree ayo esremu or esremu for yere. This is a woman that we are proud of. That is married our father, our brother, and loved him into being a president. What do you think the family of the first lady will be thinking? How do you think, sir, President Muhammad's children will be feeling. If this was said about President Akufo-Addo or President Bawumia, how do you think his children will be feeling? Do we bring in people's family needlessly in the profession that they choose to pursue? Do we do that? Samawun to me was a man recently, very beautiful woman. Samawun to me's children are not in public gallery. Now, Obika saying, "If I will hear one or not, Samawun to me, will you be happy?"
Okay, so on society money cry.
And yet, no, but he has a different orientation. Said your young man said before your young sir. Ebia, Santa Regina, got try and answer Sanakaka. But yet, dear, we don't cross certain bridges. In fact, even if you were well brought up a year, no Ashanti, proper Ashanti would do the kind of things that utterances I attain, from Chairman's mouth against a certain president, a former president, of your country. Put me in a kukada, and you are still walking about and excuse my language, thinking that you want to send an apology. President Muhammad doesn't need that apology. In fact, if they come to the Jubilee House to come and apologize, I will get them sacked. They will see the president. Like
and yes, it's up to His Excellency the President to say Media to me to name him as Director of Operations of the Presidency, Deputy Director of Operations.
I'm likely for them. I am the watchman of the Jubilee House. They won't even see the president, let alone unrepentant, stupid apology. An apology of a sort. You do this nonsense and you think that you can blackmail the president at this time when you are standing trial because the man is forgiving enough. President Mahama is a very forgiving man. Kwame, but in the last 1 year, the man's demeanor and nature is taming all of us. And I think it's a good thing. Because the name be my own quiet. He will tell you to stop. Oh, it's okay, don't cause trouble here and there. But it doesn't mean you should take him for granted. You understand? Say a young man, you're 17, because a Simbia near candy fan for Abusia. And you do this to a former president. And you know, you're going to sit and say that because you are seeing a jail gate on an uncomfortable place that you are going to be, it's either they allow you to become a national chairman who, in the quest to shield yourself from accountability, or you should say you are being prosecuted because when the President Muhammad in the pleadings, in the issue that he is answering in court, did you see President Muhammad's name there?
No.
Did Attorney General raise any, action that has to do with President Mahama in the issues that are happening in court? So why is he bringing in President Mahama's name? It's blackmail. But this blackmail is not wise. It's empty. And it has to be dismissed as started. I just pray that the courts will give fidelity to justice on behalf of the people of Ghana, irrespective of who is involved, irrespective of who is concerned. If you have to be prosecuted, you should be prosecuted. If you have found committed a crime, the law should apply. The law is the law. President Mahama will not become a clearing agent of such nonsense. Excuse my language. He should leave the man to focus on the things he's doing for this country. For us in the NDC, we are very happy. We are building a country. They are a political party that cannot even account for their stewardship. I may say how the NPP will mount a platform to talk about governance in this country, to talk about corruption, when you cannot produce a finance minister who have been an accomplice in most of the financial crimes committed, perpetuated by President Nanado's government against the people of Ghana. And I am so sad, but I'm confident, sir, the United States of America, which country is a beacon that is intolerant to corruption, will not shield a thief, the most wanted man, who is a conduit, an enabler, a master planner of how to dissipate the public purse of this country. The loans that Ghana is paying for, our children are paying for, such money found its way into people's pockets. COVID money was misappropriated for party benefits. They took money for construction and people never executed. Loans were taken and we can't find where the money is. If the U.S. will shield such a character, then I'm sorry. It's a dent on their reputation as the world's most respected country that abhors corruption. That for all intents and purposes, Kenoforiata's name will never be erased in the history of our memory as a conduit of one most criminally minded finance minister we've ever had.
Obi atwuma adwene gina so say what as a criminally minded finance minister yenya one court ni nasem emua ne fo enti ade ne ho no yentwe ho no nsan ena two almost say ba ko bi aka say is one of the stupidest whatever and also no enka yenye for the charitable discourse and as a public discourse aye enti Odiena.
Machiasa. I mean, it's not a, if it's not a palatable language, Machiasa. But the man is running from accountability. If you have if you have nothing to hide, why wouldn't you present yourself? Nanado is sitting in this country. He's not run away. Meboa.
Debbie.
Honorable Amin Anta. He's sitting in this country. He's in this country. So for all intents and purposes, to me is accountable than Kenoforiata. So did we appoint a foreigner as our finance minister? What was that the can say? If President Muhammad allow us, we should place Nanado and the house arrest. Do you see that a foreigner was appointed our finance minister? Is that the case? That all this while, yet the demonstration as a country, we go and take loans. Kenoforiata uses his companies to take commission from America, from World Bank, IMF. Then he will be used as a conduit to siphon the money. Then we come to see that man is a foreigner. He wasn't a Ghanaian. Kwame,
he's a Ghanaian. Nyuma bebre wa ha. Nyuma no kwa da so rane. Anope kwa me ka ho asem. He's a Ghanaian.
Did our laws permit a foreigner to be appointed as a finance minister? Did the entire MPP condone with that? Will they contest another election? How will Baumia explain? Sir, it is emerging that almost at the time that the man who kept the public purse was called upon to explain, answer, exonerate the entire Nanado's regime, he has suddenly become a foreigner. Will Baumia contest election? Will the MPP contest election again? Would we ever have the MPP appoint, if they can appoint a foreigner as a finance minister, then they are likely to appoint an armed robber as a finance minister. The MPP should bow their head in shame.
Na mus ansana wo bekono me pese yedi nkomo bi na ye fa sa hospitals ho asem a ye kan honorable Kennedy Akompre kon Japan aka ho asem na I want to play it to your hearing na mintie your comments or your thoughts on the ono so aka we say we na anye we ye we nim na ade me pese nka wotie na fe me je thoughts on that mpacho gira so mame.
You know, I was the chairman for defense and interior. This hospital, NDC, it was started by President Kufuor. The locations and all those things, NDC came to start it. And about when we came, I'm an MP, and I have to tell you the truth. We're talking about Ghana and nobody. We didn't do anything. Read my lips. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I was the chairman for defense and interior. When we decided to go and inspect Afari, they stopped us. We didn't go. So I heard somebody talking 15 months. Afari hospital been there for 15 months. We were there for 8 years. You didn't do it. Don't blink your eye. See, we are not doing politics. I'm speaking the truth. This is Ghana. Stop that. We will criticize NDC, we will criticize MPP. That's the only way to go. I was chairman. NDC started this. Why didn't you complete it? You were there for 8 years, you didn't complete it. When somebody comes for 15 months, then you have a problem. Please, give me a break. Ghana, we should love our nation and stop playing politics with everything and do the right thing for the country. And that is what I'm doing. You see, when I mentioned MPP, he was blinking his eye. Why do you want me to criticize MPC and leave MPP? When I know that both parties, they didn't do the right thing for the country. I went right to the hospital. You know, I was the chairman for defense.
So what way coming from Honorable Kennedy Akumpre Japan, it will say.
Over. A man who speaks the truth, regardless his imperfection, is the biggest man to be feared. Some can say the NPP have missed one thing by not willing to speak truth to power and torpedoing an election that produced Benjamin Baumia as their flag bearer. In fact, my biggest fear was how to deal with Kennedy Japan if he had become the flag bearer of the NPP. I was very worried.
Why were you worried?
I was worried because he's a man who at times can move beyond the bars and speak the truth.
Wow.
Number one, Kwame. We used project abandonment against the MPP. You see, at the election, I told you that the MPP had collapsed and demobilized 1 year into the election. Do you remember I said that thing?
Yes.
None of them were campaigning in the villages. Because they didn't have information on the ground. It was not just Afari Hospital. There are lots of hospitals that President Mahama started in Ashanti region. Na enkrofo President Mahama semkra no ye adepa wo kurom a babia wonya wo vote free a sabe mpreduansa nyansa kakra ni ho se koko wie because ayaresa bia ho enye NDC fo nkwa na beko se hospital NDC headquarters school adan na obi a odokoko ni priority inside the back ebe wie school no akọ nanim na nado na kofa free SHS buy school adan a yesi esti ho mutimi just school adan no esi them for 8 years 8 good years solid years na honorable Machopoku Prempemo asenso bo atimi nuanom you pride yourself as the sons of Ashanti region politicians. You may yes, Gabi.
and Koka Nuabruche said, Ashanti politicians came together and said they didn't need roads in Ashanti region. So I am here to say, sir, most of the road projects in Ashanti region have the name of the NDC. Most of the infrastructure growth in Ashanti region have the name of President Mahama on it. That is why the Ashanti region is today one of the most decent and comfortable places the NDC can be. It is not because they love us, but we have worked our way into the heart of the people of Ashanti region with wisdom and empirical political evidence. So we have developed the place. The MPP didn't build a factory that employed 10 people in Ashanti region before they left. And I'm here, regional minister, till today, nobody in the MPP can show, say, in Ashanti region, they built a factory that employed 10 people by President Akufo-Addo. In fact, even in Eastern region. A party that has been defeated the way MPP was defeated only needs frank and sober reflection. Should have organized a national outreach commanding all their appointees who have led them to this defeat to go and apologize to their base and to seek for forgiveness and a bond of good behavior. They didn't do that. What they rather decided to do as their wisdom is that we should try and discredit the government. We should try and blame the government over every wrong in this country, including what we don't know about. So, one guy that I respect, a medical doctor, who should have history of this. I don't know who deceived him. Out of comedy, yes, like the way they are behaving in cocoa farms. How do you go and sit in cocoa farms, mobilize a constituency of MPP cocoa farmers who will never vote for the government to say there, their prices, government is cheating them. And so that means that you are increasing your vote. The people will vote for MPP in any way. They are only meeting MPP executives because that is the MPP place. You cannot go and invite a cocoa farmer who is well-meaning, who is a neutral, to go and sit down and be eating plantain with a very nutritious bowl of stew with you in the village. When you know, sir, even cocoa farmers, loans are MPP 4G, so about the cocoa, normal irrigation in their farms. They've made some of them to drill boreholes. When they chop all those monies, and then you go to a hospital that you have abandoned. President Mahama have said it many times. Minia Akando have said it many times. Hospitals are what do President Akufo-Addo estate ya when we already facing now by completing it. Say hospital and NDC ni nkwa na hospital. And I say projects are abandia ye one of the priorities of President Mahama's regime is if that is our only track record, it can keep us in power for the next 16 years. Because NPP stronghold, they couldn't even finish uncompleted projects that will help the people. And when you go and do this, either okay, the year will free a brutal by a year of course or contest election. Okay, so I borehole. That is what the NPP is doing. You see how the people discredited or you see, so the politics on the ground is different. The politics on the ground is different. I don't know why and who advised Afriye to go and do what he did. It's so shameful. From the day I was Adiano, it has killed him as a politician. His credibility is gone. As somebody that we feel stands for what is not right. I don't know who deceived him. Maybe because they want, these days, MPP for Nyomu said they do something in the media just to revive their political career. Obi who said, we kabi. Obi who said, we kabi. Apenyo Markins is the class captain of that. Maybe that is what is informing them. So Kennedy is one man that we should all watch out for. He is MPP. He may have been very imperfect, just as I am. But when he has to defy the odds and speak reality, he speaks reality. Because poverty anywhere is a painful thing everywhere.
Okay. Mamena was here.
Against the people of Ashanti region is poverty against Ghana. Sabe will be nim sense. And the MPP for the Abinia.
Mamena was why?
Them the better.
Because Awura Mustafa Gbandi, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. Na Mustafa Baye no won say na nkrofo obisa question say ofiri he. Former regional secretary of the NDC in the voter region pen.
Why you breso?
Why you breso na oye Dr. Kwame Akwala pa. And now some no fane Dr. Why you? Now Otimisma chairman Dr. Kwame Otimisma mene Mustafa say Monko go and buy that kinky. Na kinky no hwe ba bia omutie ye ba osu abeto na bia wato na waba to be a Christian village. I forgot one thing. Turn back go to the same kinky seller. See, she has a type of sardine that I like most.
And one can come.
No certain. Now come. Okay, did you remember to buy that guitar boys thing? Some will be able to at you overhead. I don't know. One way you had very 3 hours and the rest full park, you know. Well, yeah. Nane, na me can't you reckon for your tassem and son of meba. Nano, my court no barco. I could say you proceed this equal. Who said, Nipa Ben son ye bo womudin. Na, dana me call court no. Na, the prosecution is onya kwan serve nipa mienu. Currently, Kwame Nkrumah ofure tane one back on come. Enti, court no kwa kan se omo hunu a. O my suggestion. Send ye come bet me aye order of substituted service.
Sure.
Say the back of daily simony at the idea. Now, on call lawyers or through his lawyers, no, who bet me a day at 7. And then can almost 7. Now, so or more ever now or more at 7. It's about him now, yeah, Casano. Nothing is before the court.
If I can overreact,
he has been accused of this. But yet, he has in our court. Into me, Meba, yen yasam, Freddy and Woody, if you know, or was our business power, enterprise insurance,
funeral home,
no, say funeral home, no, or me and Yamaka see a power be or insurance company a Dawson. Anna. O dia di fobere wa dia di ntese de wa wo nana efunu bi a de ten ba wo mse de for pen ba
obi den
when auto house no efunu car no what de what ebi a wo ye adwuma nipa 15 and no de wo mko sie bo aben from Thursday to be a Saturday ofra offer can eka say offer bank nipa say ne wuye do mba offer na say nipa nwo trepe na say nipa mu
omuzo omko aban mochiri
omuzo omko aban mochiri ni edu sika bra wo ba de omo star na ya no omo ye na bi Oba is 600 million bay. Near ya ni ateso na ye kɔ ne ye ba no ayare na wakoda ya no da police hospital oh
aye
ada police hospitals na omo akɔ court to vary the bail conditions no na ya vary na ewia na mo kɔ court kakra na anu munuru kakra
wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ato no mo di na on jan ko tell America
enti kakra na wakɔsere court no sɛ o surgeon no sɛ bra for review wokra o green card ni na pa
wakɔtena baby
na baby because nana who said na temaklu die no ka no na onu ye jeli no who say last year mu ye be kan say ne ho mfa no ema wo mu ma ne bail pending appeal appeal ni yaye
and na bia o mo ye ne ente ho asem bia ye nko bi sai
so the appeal is appealing na kaja gumi ye nko democrat no
mate Daily Post democrat na damanimu na animo ana wode Sami Jamfi a wo ye kwantrefo pani de ma Ghana Go Board the picture na dai ana deputy minister for defense Mojaje Mfi so eda ana mpanifo bi so ka wo mo na Daily Post say Tano Nimiri Forest woro ne yatwa to se mo obi ankom enkotumu asase mu agudie kwaye ni mu ahaban kra mo obi nkotibi kwaye mu nnua mo obi nkobubi nanso galamsefo ye ko de bowrem Tano Nimiri Forest ko bowrem tu mu asase mu agudie awom asaya asase no ne nnua ne bi ani nsu adeda da won so ma se ne poto no gold board aye ne se won beje no ba bo kwaya no ban odi de mu adi no mu adi omodi ye nya kan ye mu ho ban na gold board ye ne se wo mu nko antumi wo mu hia mema mamu ntete bi ni oba before complain asrafo ne senti ana wo mu ne Ghana Armed Forces aka bomu a wo mu reclamation asase baye 50 acres ana galamsefo ya se no a gold board ne Ghana Armed Forces aka bom eje asase asiesie na tanso esini dademu biu Daily Post democrat ne de wansema ba krata fa edikan kra front page wo de asem na ba beto aso krata fa to so miensa na oba Daily Post democrat ne mu a krata fa to so nsia akompra ko Kennedy ohine Japan wadon fa ya dom de afi ba kwa kan mfie ho emo ye ne se wono nko a se dem ene ne yere ne mane abusie ni na mum so bia nim se akompra ko de wodwene wo ma no ho ne senti koto pick up mu dwan tie roba edi afitie tetafo moto aka ho edi akọ so 15 motorcycles and one pickup Dakuma Ghana Police Service say Wamunye Accra Regional Police Headquarters Wamunye famwa police adwuma womu eye Accra ne Japadia wo banya womu bon wamunye na emwa na wadema wiye ye ene jansam trafo ne ne bon komo bisa na afa afari military hospital ye biensu ye mie ye nsemu yare yi ana compare ko Kennedy ohine Japan eyi ano se aya no wa pa se afari military hospital once ma banasa ye kan minority fo be yere wo mo ho aka bi ye po bi ama wa be kan afari military hospital ho asem a na ye minority fo se sai enchemu dia compare ko dia ba ama na kra wa gbo ho nkomo se wo bi de afi ba ko ani abosumi nsia aba ade na wo di 8 years beto ye wantumi anya hwiye mmia no no wo be soja de egu ni chema bono tuja se wonko bia no what be da na wo 8 years jo beto ye
chairman of Interior and Defense
wazo ba beto ye no so ani abre pa se de na yi wo ye wo be ya wo 8 years wanye anto won se mfiri nwa mmia ma yankosem yare obi di afene fa ba ya ono de won koye akompra ko kene de yere Japan so what is ansem no ya na sebi na ya na si na bufo no wo kata feto sinsia na
me hu pepe bi nso a am se party no e de letter aba me hu say e fake de say e fake ya na mo be kan kire ye e kire mu say they must stand in unison as a party. Yes, be a party ni stance ni. And now one standpoint ni. They mum na wo no work can be party ni nam ha na so nam ha e basa political cohesion nam ni ade na mo. Oh let
na ye political cohesion ni political unity ni wan but obi principles of life there man ye wu yes there ontwe ma se bio ma no sesimi na se me ka se na tie se party twa ntra on for the team ko sha atro ni wa bro no wonim se omanfo nim ni se wono wo ka no kore exactly nana koye
okay 101.7 sunie enra ye TB sa yese yewra kanoforiata wanya ni green card chese wa mama ne tumi se otimi tra America bruchimemu Ghana fo no yem bebreji wo mo se ene se na sika bia fa ne nsa ase wo bibia ne se nyina na aka no no eno na ye ni yewra Samidako Esquire Director Research Strategy and Communication Emma Office of the Special Prosecutor ebedi ho enkomo council memo wa channel pay
Kwame meje so na meche wa chief nyina
Saya na achepa
na kre onzi si OS no ya dinga kavi se onzi OS no o emrano say yitimi investigation na yitimi asset recovery and na prevention of corruption and afi bitimi so abo kwadu court on say si ano kwadu de na bitimi do court no nsema ba ho a Supreme Court at 29th July say or the judgment whether say OSP beating a coso are prosecuted without the permission that the direct supervision of the Attorney General or not. In Tiama yeso ya idi an ye hwede mano ebeko.
Now what can we know? Mekai sek the case be were tamale and that judgment was due to be delivered. Ni na no eno no mo suspend you.
Kwame you said the case bia wo court bia there is on suspension. Ekopim say Supreme Court beating the assembly. Yes, including Kenoforiata case no ni na was suspension. Yeah, ni na was suspension.
Oh, now the yes see the US no amano a year green card no nipa bebre yam show mo say then the man is let out of the hook. Yes ye nim say na mo yen share say extradition process bi nam kwan mu a yebetim di na ba ye di na ba begina emranim. We yet say
Kwame nti enwa ne lawyers na edebe tuja onso mo ye didi o mesha ase no de ama blogger bi no de abeto incident containing no craning na ebia no kra ba ko bi na wo no matwen ya nti Ghana for 18 bibria na for mo lawyers abe issue statement enna misu me say blogger bi de abeto abonam say ene mo 12 crabons and lawyers in Babaka se BBC aba na asemi enye ye won every say ye catch Ghana for da 2025 ne catch mo say uru akenoforiata enye say yare na o yare no so ba se ontimi magana emi yin semano ana ontimi magana emi pie court ema yin di na asem nimu ye ka say bo aparo na onye na adwen se obeba Ghana ena so kai sa ka che Ghana for 2025 say wa apply for green card wa America enu ne ma yinya so say wa kan furiata no enye na adwen se obeba Ghana enti na ye declare no wanted inti na yede no call Interpol red notice inti na ye insist say also obagana fi say you say any post so yare ontimi magana no timi tukwan ko amana foforo so and I say say wa apply so ubinya green card ye ka say obi an ko na agin so yare ni do san ho yare no abagana de ko apply green card na jiro person che so no an ka tam person be bagana enti na ma ye fam ma kwan so e ka say ne so magana dia ene emrana e che say bitimi de wa bagana ne be fa so ne de wa bagana but ebi mu ka say oh we sitrimo ina nipa no yare na wo hano na den bibre ukaya ebi mu dia tema kama nti ene ono na lawyers abeka sisi ade wonya green card na de ha mene se Kwame etoda na nsem chofo so musumutimi busi omo questions because omo de let tra na beto ho a omo de nsem agumanya no kre etia OSC eni ntine ma no OSC so issue statement kai de etia
omo let ne tra na omo de beto e no omo si also the special prosecutor yeden
ntine me ba ho no because omo let tra omo de beto ho se ko mo ka che Ghana for a coin bench no apply for green card who the win in America kakra in the person finding out say or apply green card no on investment route and on say Trump the beto just say on the so $5 million and above now apply or the bema because America no mu piska mu investment he say who $5 million or make me a green card and also apply to family petition.
Because it is any yes any babia file manu.
And also apply through asylum route. And when I wasn't can lawyers for na catch Ghana for. Because I never ma Ghana for who say, oh okay, say it in a man in yaye. Meaning what you must hear. Meaning now one can't say Ghana for. Don't make can say and now OSC a judge and they say OSC charges and yet credible. Meanwhile, what you size tradition I deny say yeah. Mrakwan so etimi di obi bagana no eno edaso US Attorney General ho omunyam fan to court enim de ba ne say na judge a yemfa hwe into nenim sa judge ne mpo sa asem no nyono ne de koto nenim because sa judge no immigration judge and immigration case so ye just say akwese precise civil case tie den na judge a nyono mpo na betina case no so extradition yine da it because a tradition charges near their bono no and yet credible. Not as all shot and throw. And because they be omudian say, Omo asem ka trebi umonya, no mudin trobi bria found, said the baby brigana for any so. Naka ye penyear ubi a servo Ghana was free so. And I say, ya yen shishumu yo yesuwa ye ABCD into branabe answer. And no se ban send your coach tin and you see you didn't throw franny at the other. If the extradition at the to a far attorney general so no so they come US no. And ya idea we are omodia to court. The ban send a judge a unhunda with him pukasa fan. Not any last some of the between when you're green card no nya judge and see where charges and your papa in Tina then
so apply for green card no most of them are administrative adie bia wo mo ya e bi wo kra no a you appear before a judge bia wo no enye cases we no wo di extradition cases no ni ade enye ne jurisdiction ni ho
na make say we no enye bi say who the winning side in a cacaba and chichi won't say, who apply for green card, be a omu deny wa. And I say, ye, but you are free or mining ma. And I would see me call judge and him apply, say, omu pursue mujimi show mining. Name ma apply for green card, they be a million ma order near family. They me jiris on say, Oman can't and the crown of found nine Ghana for because I never see blue and if you can't because they do yes, and I mean, Busa say, or send consent shop on the Busso, say. The only dinner or apply for or apply the UBTS $5 million need be and also apply for family petition will be filed on a young farmer after you call court and him say on say judges no or move to me ama order say yenye or permanent residency mouse say even say US state from UHCIS so man farmer wa and I will be judge and him catch a judge and say oh, you perceive you free or mining, but legitimate grounds or say be a mountain of mining. So make them patches also teaching now who green card our kunya de no de efa OSP home and I say efa extradition home. Any probably in your green card as say you do mobile mining na omu be yin samano. And mamia and sing a d by say a chair so ye the neighbor. So when your green card and say afei wonya immunity sɛ bia mfa sɛ wadi bɔne wɔ Ghana ne pɛ sɛ ɔde ba no nkyɛ sɛ yɛmfa wo Ghana yɛntumi mfa wo Ghana sɛ ɔmo hwehwɛm no mu nsɛ nyinaso wɔ sɛ yɛde wo ba Ghana ɛmfa wo no green card because American citizens kora ɛtɔ da ɔmo de ɔmo ba the green card nkyerɛ sɛ woyɛ American citizen ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛama wo kwan sɛ tena America ɛna meka sɛ ɔnso ɔno wɔ face deportation trial ɛno na ama wetumi aka sɛ ni kwa sɛ ebia ayi omude ne ba ɛna ntina meka sɛ ɔna wɔ so kyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ Ghana fo na wo esi a odi ne bɛfɛ mu a wo kan sɛ manya no kɔfa no de anything
say as it stands now the extradition process in Pabisi, the extradition process has been arrested at the same pa and also your tro meboa
and then me patches say the green card the extradition process on being it is say a throne form the infant say extradition was from and our green card was from a mobra extradition at the end I told her as a Ghana 40 years and say I did be a US for no full process be bring to that a money check akra. We said in a day, say check akra, or no crown, no lay a conviction, a was here in a ban, and a great say. It is a good trees animal, and no answer, a bimu, a gym say, be a check, and a how, but any such check. Process in a year full say, at least you come out any general and a central authority, also they are common US for US for so say she should be question near that then Sanomanu no more cost for moye. And a bimus because okay, na see, ultimate trial will be in absentia, or Nigana ultimate trial, no correct. Intina, you didn't kujina court no. On say,
and then can maybe say, and Nipa be say, okay, Oniho, ya pen, Yano, or one lawyers waha. Why don't the OSP try him in absentia?
A back criminal trial, there are lawyers for no Kankra. Okay, say, Minty Mikisi, lawyer can say, of a so free near the court case, and I know the old Brea.
In criminal jurisprudence, no, lawyers and what they almost said, Danya Ibia.
Because while bit me do ask him, here lawyer. Yes, Upper lawyer, Bowana, yes, lawyer about the boy, but they, and I'm fan lawyers, and I wankasa. But extradition, we see trying ascension and nan can meet you say ultimately yes sir and no na ye no can you say gan can fan court and be move official some our court is here the only reason why some them cost no say me catch you say yes OSP attorney general near you for say also OSP we mun control OSP inti ama ya suspend ye you know can you say ka trial cost because ka say you can for that pen ye den ku gina cost case no o mu ni pa be 10 ono ne chief of staff friend Akori ono or half US citizen no or half Ghanaian omu minu na sisi omu mi Ghana omu delay trial but ultimately yet trial in absentia nothing e de court but trial in absentia a follow process mama nchiremu and man say the first one bakura jani say ubetumi asori na akujia court say you trial in absentia and man say it was so file charges no court according to now born no file court oje opinion free judge no court no say only pa asumesi oni Ghana but yenim say o Abia Canada yenim say o US inti ma metumi na mintimi mfa krata according to now dia born enkom S7 no wo baby o wo no inti court no be ma sa tumi no unya sa krata na because attorney general na central authority no now they are come attorney general. Now attorney general so they are come or minor country no omu prosecutor inti America inti na je reference attorney general of America any de kwa come no. Now attorney general of America no ne kwa kon hwe oni pakro no a serve no the kon do ni sermons no. Na man say yes serve no wi a court ne ma kwan bi I think up to 1 month bi or the be ma say bra na be jira manim na yindi wa asem no na mu yedi ama no wa ma na emre ni twoma court no be fa ne say afi de wo wa gen say nya ade a wo be ba nti e o say koso na ye trial in absentia sesi ade ne aye sesi ade aye ne say sesi ade aye ne say yetimi akọ court ama court agiatum ama court amaye krata no say yemfa nkoma no wa abrochi ama ye de krata no so ama attorney general ono na ye central authority minim say attorney general so de akoma USA omo attorney general into US attorney general no na se see also no de mark no for yata eno na enyan si pe ebi say omugusu omude omusude omusu omade no ompese omu ye sure na bibia ye okay na omude ko to court no makopon back no ma serve no eyo obi cross ni ekwan ono pese ofaso ye na ade untimi stampede ni too much because yes we insist oh mfa nkomma no nwie nanka echi processes na ye nwie but omu na ye omu kro no mo se omu be serve no nti so munya serve ni wie na onya kata no ye na agin se o magana eno na court be my kwan sha afi yen try no in absentia eno ye different from sedina de no se sedina de no ya chene dada ya dada wa be jina ko ye busa no udi po na se udi bem o se bia mi dibem na try no sha se e koso na o koi eno mo anya ni biem sa no court ni betimi akoso a trial in absentia in this case no enye pe very different also only the end no ni hakura nti afena ye shebi bia ase nti ana to da man for person mo compare na try na essential enye pe minim se kwa
what council metiasia ss omtimi 7 wo US ho
yes also mo the charges no e man wo US ho no ka se memma
say ya shasie trying him in absentia
yeah onu imunya the man we no ka se o ma and yes, a judge, then we'll go ahead and try the person in absentia.
Council na ba ko we half US citizen any half Ghanaian no our no so no is at large no ye ni US war that treaty that bond be say ye betimi extradite no enkanfo say we half citizen of the US no e de na ba ana ye de na sem in absentia so sa na ye wie ne se bonwa wo mo so de na maye
ya yeni mienu nyina abom nti also the same thing also I was a US for a 7 with the charges in the sermons no ka say ma any Ghana court no because what trial in absentia nti omumienu ye ko gisa too many fee court for omumienu ya nya ba ko pe to omumienu nyina ndi say US for no timi serve mo na omo de kata ba say ya serve mo awie na free court e kan da no I was say bia na mka say bia to 1 man wa ma and the court no be my to me say yen koso ni en trial case no without them
okay na nipa be 10 na mabo mo kwadu no wo mo nyina they are jointly charged na say nipa de yen mako
some of the offenses no mo jointly charged some of them to mo nye jointly charged it is na omo no ka say this anke nja omo no go tena fi nanka it made the omo maka na ba na so omo maka no e ka say omo ma to the court because you see the court na this sermons na bro it is okay so ma first of all you are in contempt of the court and man class say judge no ebe commit you to prison even before I be do asem because the court na obune ni nti say o ma because court na ka say mi hian now so ma on them part and the man because the court ka so nyana so ma you see judge no so be processes for extradition no na ya sa see that nti ye no ma two at the same time ana man phone tiase because the court no o ka so man court no so kwa so you try na essential man some court no kwa so no so extradition for you but no ya dada investigators for fitini ye no ahead nti ni na ye no na obi be see ano de also your powers na the prosecution on hold the ama case na wo court no intimi nto aso biem do he free April be pem na OSP enko court nkudi asem bia ye kwa ne bia ye ko pay date because also untimi so njama ne nto sa ni nyina mo date ya na ko pay date keke ntina ni say in sit down in ejuma or court because you see I challenge your powers are a bit media prostitute
no say obetimi a friend say aye justice delayed ana
mean friends are justice delay say at least extradition is ongoing
okay
you fan sir pioneer boss Supreme Court betimi edi asem wintem say the bear yes betimi akokort ni akodi asem say ekoya fa the mission say be ankoya fa the December because then onu de bia onya grants or timi be ka semwa or don't say in some people ko ka immigration court yinim na ne yenka ho Jesus ko ka say bia na me yare na still no mo ha me semra and now ko show mo video bi say bi on say tama yi di na sem na ko fo bi ko mo fiem say national skin ya de obetimi di sanu mani na kan sem but sa court ni ho nim so temasia ma counter information did you open obetimi aka and then you mobile information so because a different case immigration and so be a divorce case now in bakona kasa so a case for a criminal case or high court and yet divorce case is different from criminal case and a judge to divorce case only to mean can be being criminal case ni tia on because the same court sana akoye and you will be my so in cover and my senior district member say yen kan na okotre korean makwa apunche ni tun fi say one wakwe wide any purchase say unya green card na eno nkyere say yen court intimi di wasem eno nkyere say yen timi fa o ma
atwani ba sameda akon we dey my last question enie say we refresh your mind wo oforiata case ni pa wono ne boni a waye ne say ne charge
Kwame Edofo min kan ni na asisia se case na ya no case ba ko pena yetini awi efoforiata no ye fe no strategic mobilization limited SML
okay
no na ya bo enipa 10 ni na omo kon do about 75 charges ono ne dey na think say be 28 out of the 75 na ni na fa corruption related offenses you see anu min timi gisem ko chikrata na mekama
and so far no cases amu wo court no betimi akeka bi a kire ye because debu e ho am say OSP for no ye twesi kama wo mo nya adwuma bia ne se case amu wo court no be sen ye bi ni de hin
I think cases e wo court si an be awotwe 8 ana yedi and I work cases the Brian Yin Shimweria Afina Yedabo Mukwan do a court, but because I in some way I've been any chance. Kwame, some among folk and because they put on the propaganda no dorsal. Being while fighting corruption, I pewasem. The dynamic be someone say, the Ghana for pa ye per se fighting corruption because the all fighting corruption only among for air fighting. Say you embassy a GOSP power see for a while now. So be a diatem, so be a kayasem. Never say, and it is a more form per se, a bear shoe. Because say, come a year, Jumana, they do attempt, son, a moon near Jumaya, and a way saying, you see, I yaji, a year dim, be an kayasem. That is, and you can say, you perceive a fight corruption, and I say, perceive a fight corruption. And I hear a fight corruption, and can't say, ye angels, ye saints. Ye Jumani, dear mine, I was here. The Juman, oh, yeah, Metia says, and was one in the mouse, on in the mouse, or belonging to a political party. Also, yellow ye boy say independent, ye nim NDC, na ye nim MPP. What's them bar? Or see a do from my quine and man, the excessive foul fossil, and only a do fossil. But yes, sir. Ne do mu say, hey, only me party me pan and say, and I'm your mom is kind of and say, but yes, I ain't mean fighting corruption. She always be there. Yes, work is here job and or by in 2022 ever permanent. So case is media court 8, 10. Yet me secure 7 convictions, 2 plea bargain. That is a omuji to me say omedi bone. And ja yebuso mu say mudi for na umusi yedifo. Woman a GT convict you to your friend to or ex-convict. And your money tears car, Uriano, or sadden for a interest now, no so goosing a mumuti. You buy and chain, past 7 years do more a conviction. Over contract be dry, stop on toll. You see, a man focus at toll, a year near the day. Toll in the previous administration, Nanka, your partnership be with toll artists and car. Private individuals in the business can always become the issue say no partnership them more Ghana. Also my nanka say 80 million na dey no or my nanka say nya profit yes to pay. Uko customs say juma ya yo uko ghost names you call Tamalini a northern region when I call you stopping all the goods names. She said, a moment, if every big benchmark value and a boama for your corruption or portal, you make sure my parliament, AG free one auction sales, you make sure say you're very regulating a moment, you're stopping them for a while. You say, we got an operation catch how many people I say, Omunya be at all. Because you say, duties and taxes payable, I was say a charge it. Then say, will be a coffee carba, eventually, it at all kind of 5 cities. And then the duty 5 cities, not just also 10 cities, when to me and Tia. And I bind in that also. Not more cotton car, and I'm a cotton car in 2 cities. You say, Yanisa. And Rana say also, Utia the duty and tax payable until soon Bakoni 5 cities. And yet anything below 5. Oh, you must, you son mean, ye. Oh, revenue, I Jama or Mino. Yet, and now, you could swear yes, you should investigation over 160 cases. I should make dorsal. But also means. No Katrina Kayin said the Niska be breaking yet between the no man will see a demo boy over European Union, US Embassy, so my boy Katrana no man, yes, set up into ye young. I think yes, set up. By the same time, you say, yeah, Juma. In coming to me, Casse, you Juma and Yashi, and yet 20 years with money, always with money. Sky, Yati OSP, who has Sky, dear Bagana. And your pet. To say you always in the sky, this situation you check a baby over 10 times. Indeed, I want focus. I want to facts. Omo dear no dem who say how man for ne say. I was say by no mo say you didn't pay nyina tutum. You do make to prison. And I make us say you didn't pass 7 year convict mo. Mo man go prison you mo tie ska. Because a man ma kwa ma ye plea bag. What is say na say won't me so no so person plea bag and OSP 7. Yet me dear in your conviction, I say, you show me some ex convict. And no must say, tears can no movie and near that. And all your ghost names cases, you know, any a BBFL, a GS, no amount for more tongue, a so great teacher, no more tongue, a form, small, almost a money beating me, I'm more great teacher, not a Jew amount for teacher, some for me, a trial more case, you know, when you find no more guilty. Yet in your G's can back to the state. Into some American say a Juma, but as a focus on politically exposed person, no more within society do martyrdom, but no a process where your cases here. Your suspended cases to know for how many months since April. In Japan, say you know powers, but in your circle continue cases, you know, where Tamale DA, judge never my judgment, that's so a judgment in the IRS because of. As to be a back, say, oh, no, it's been meanwhile, you're suspending OSP. Into some man and time a community now would be against us. And a Ghana, who court now with dear summer. Because when you know in term crown every year, 1 year, need 2 years, need 3 years. Into a check a crack, and I make us work to say, Jabin by with dear him. That's what I say, will be a percent kind of case in your by now with dear. Meanwhile, OSP, no, in your case, dear, you can say politician, and OSP would to me so come. And so, what one I say, and I see, we are an OSP income. OSP, no, you're born to a specialized agency. The policy is very narrow. Very narrow. Until you be Biara, until you walk Yoku, until you walk Ghana police, until you walk NIB. National security, almost you dear. But why is it because of what is any corruption and Ghana? No, be a politician, be a friend of corruption. Jamal for June say, Sa cases meaning was saying, yeah. But yet, dinner was saying, yeah. In the corner, many did say, a check a crack, now you cost for ye near month for Casania church room, you do my year near the day, me GD a month for Betty. But for now, on say, you who born that you empower them because you know you need MDC and you need MPP. And I say, the way what I am rano say a Supreme Court mission can amaya. What it means and say, yeah, you found say, Wabang Abba and our buying if you say, so what is your case and I say, your mom money yet to say the tenor. It means say, Wabang Chinja, Attorney General and about won't mean file it, say, no only prosequa. The manner of what is in the Supreme Court G2 say, yeah. Won't mean a filing only prosecution. It means, what one crab and you do some now, what's another cause why you did. And then it might be more pet OSP.
Okay.
Say, you know, wabamo case in a bekoso.
Council, Mamina was na Adebi and so Shimasu kakra. A one say Obi Ade Akye court to say the worker said Supreme Court in some ruling on the prosecutorial propriety of the OSP. Say one without recourse to the Attorney General. Now Attorney General no Eko for the one the Akye challenge mo powers no eso rather than senka onu be defend the moon. Edu enu sa muti sanse me ha mo kakra.
Kwame, nsema wo kotono na lawyers no ye kase maye nka ho asem.
Ati ase.
Jemba ntesi si a o mako kanin na wo Supreme Court awie eno ama data obeye na nti yen hwede emranim fo no uma ebeka. Nse de omo beka na yemra. Disi a de onde yen hwede e koso but de meka no say the way she share OSP no na nko maye no say unyu bia obinya kwan a obijane a ebia ichingi power na Attorney General be file no le protocol said the bear ebema politician be hu say so could di bone na OSP so ma wa ban ba untimi mi twa case ni mu court ebe koso a and only the only difference between OSP ni omo maka no said the bear na ye say OSP ni say ka Attorney General intimi controlling no said the bear advance attorney who ye case Attorney General fija case we say OSP no mo hye say intimi masa nti ne papam pa na kan fan say yaye OSP nti say ka OSP no etimi emani timi shake na ne ade anka no meme gidi yese be boa Ghana if you say enu ye very different from the nim dada no nti Kwame me di besia na emu o ka achimai na wakai me achima techi ma kwan no
Mata
Israel Ashanti Regional Minister ne Minister for Rules say omo hwe no monyema nkofo no na a check akra tutu yese nkwasem fata kan ni ba we de mesiro ma me fa kwan we so nka se mesiro ma omo ntra no munya atwuma techi ma kwan no e ma aka na ebua kwa tano so de si a yetimi aye we ba so de kosinya ne on se endu ebua kwa na kosinya ne e very narrow
na traffic achi
very dangerous because sa expansion ko mutimi expand man ko nanim kakra anka no so beboa Kwame we de mafa yuhu de arena mkakra
abronya wa crackers mama na wase no pay
me dase
yes dase lawyer Samida Akun, director research strategy communication of the office of the special prosecutor yene na twetwe nkomo efa nse bi ehun yampa chaw mattress wey latest foam mattress enkoto bibia enye latest foam mattress na auto awa na ayo na mu Chinese fo bi niam bi om de mattress Ghana fo nto a bi no ato anya spine problem e bi no da na honam nyina ayo ya me pa chaw latest foam mattress de yenkwa gina na yebua ye de niam papa ena ye de eyo ye wo king size queen size double 1.5 and ye ka ho nyina ebi na ye san wo student mattress ye wo pillows ye wo niam nyina ewo ho latest foam mattress no de me kan kire wo biem so ne se eye mattress a woda so a eche enye de oda so na fa ba bia kotom na akoye se susu ebie na ene wo mu ni nkomo ye showrooms across the country wo benya ye ho wo koton so ani titi wo kwa bomidin konkon se Kwame Nkrumah na kan se membra na memeto ye mo mattress ni bi obey your fine pa na yesa ton furniture enkonya bebre enkonya ne yeton bebre yeton enkonya bebre enkonya ne papa space bi apese odi latest form ye furniture ne sie no ye no besi yeton other products ahodo odu wa ankas wani beje obedu abos asa komate asusu hu ne wonfa excitement ne be dawson na ko Accra no ye number ye 0302 23 11 55 0302 23 11 55 any Accra number Kumasi number ye 0322 02 93 65 0322 02 93 65 Latest home no ajiso your partner for life ye showrooms across the country wokowa eniema pani nyina so ewo ho na me fa we mfam na fe ye nto aso pa cha anga ye de aduane na ye de wanga ye aduane say ongalicious abin wa ha promo aba wodi an say what is 4 million cedis na ato so kwa be na be fa so anya bie fa onga no onga powder promo sachet no fa maako 20 ana se unya wanya no so na unya onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers no unya no so 20 fa ko redemption center bia ben wo ba bia ye de kwaje akyede na mekan wo kwa wo mbe ma card we so scratch so ube wu code bi special code bi ho but sa special code no e fa ko star 713 star 27 hash star 713 star 27 hash na amunumu wa de beba so no e wo de wa wini enti ye kase ongalicious promo no a akyede bi e wo mu nie wo betimi adi eye 200,000 nipa ba ko de o wo betimi so adi smart TVs kitchen appliances and more promo yi e shall say 15th April kwa to 15th July na kan ho nya so ko ba ko no agya yo wo sa bobo no kwa no sa akonya kyede bobo no kwa no akonya kyede kan ho na terms and conditions apply na yakase onga next say ade aduane ma obo onuma na kiri wa se de wada na agya kyade a o kyade na yenkwe na fe ye ni miame wo fa se prince minka wano na yekasa mafoma gold board yene no entwetwe enkomo bra prince me mo ache
wo fe mejo so na bibia boko de
ye papa na wo so
wo fa hodi wo papa say digital and I'm within the last 24 hours. I mean number one yan cafe ya share gold board there and I feel so ye die ni my air back machine yami says the black stars ever Panama.
Any a 2-0 cry, a 2-0. I
like that. I said we know the so dialogue.
Now, Yamra Gold Board in Komwe was a Gold Board Military and Forestry Commission joined forces to restore Tamno Nimri Forest Reserve. And Komwe to say,
okay, what I'm coming on I mean, if Yankasa Abodie. Nyame de dom yen yen safi ye kwaye Nyankopon e de dom yen na wo ye mpanifo enhye mu ne omunyanse mu omuhu se ye kwaye ne titiriu no ebi wo ho a yen twa ne yen kor ma yen kom ne yen nya bibia wo ho se de be ya chima ebenya so mfaso na aboniefo bi e wo ye mu a mo nwene oman ne daakye hunti wo mo de mo fa akwanbɔ so gbowura mu na omako sei kwaye na wo fi kura no no nene kwaye ne tebia no abeya di jinjen bia ensem fata o man bi te se Ghana onyame de saa no ma we nyina adum ye kwa na wo ko he ba bi te se Kano Nimri Forest ni ene se de o sei na koso a eni etan na no adwuma de kase bi ko so wo Gold Board a ye ne eye Ghana Armed Forces and a fence of Forestry Commission. Yaka battery moi, ye baby to a namo the voix, ama yes, or say no, na a bridge not paying and the connect be at that then him saying yame is a share now. Or for me breaking it down, now sort of me breaking it down. And now see you at the Forestry Commission. And your revelation be a man system, and I begin to say, many were here for chess our yeah. Ebe ma yenya ya wonti ase wonye ntia Ghana Gold Board I think it's an initiative we say obebo ama o say no that says CSA and now Forestry Commission CEO no e dan na say the bi ayaye ne nansen mu express ye forest reserves ahodo e wo pan mu ni ayede illegal mining assign no wo kan nyina boma 8,700 hectares. No, for my men see the piece you see the piece. I don't know man yam share me no. Ukasa wo yam kontani ye no can pay ya. Sa 8,700 no. Equals to 10,800 football pitches.
Hey,
it go 10,800 football pitches.
10,000 football pitches baby e bobo no se wo di akonta e mako apema opemu du 10,000
10,800 or
Wow.
5,800 10,800 football pitches. And you are saying, no. Kaisa when penny for Yanzemo, Yanza, Yamin, do no. Sankasa, Yan Kurano. Senabaya, a year, a room Sakraya, Dania, Brofocasa, me a friend of climate change. May assure us Abrakana, Omusis Ejana, Sa, Nindiana Maya. Senabaya, a room Sakra, Dania, you may do some pens one up. In Sia, I was said from my year, one Ibrimino, a better. Na enframe osi enya ye homia ebe boayen ama ye tiba kwaye ni no yebe nanso emimfo abonefo awudifo bi de omo de to omo so se omo gba wura akwaye yi e de ofe ya aba ho na kano nimri forest yi a ye kan wasome e ho na gold board jumadi no be sa afi afri no so be ka ye nia Erasto Safari Donko multimedia where documentary wo ho and the revelations are what buy. Emma Ghana ni bia with him bia yet the level of destruction and that degradation yakoso e was hard Kano Nimri Forest. And then you can say Kano Nimri Forest. Miami awodo ya say no 200 hectares. 200 hectares. That Kano Nimri Forest reserve 200 hectares and the illegal mining na say no. It's a gold board and a Ghana Armed Forces and a Forestry Commission. Gold Board Edis Ebe Mexica. Na Ghana Armed Forces and the Forestry Commission so Edi Nimdia any anamuntu so Abuama Jumedi Apostle. Yakaboma Yadia also said Sam Yami ya say Yade illegal mining assets and we. The best yes na Yadia Bat Nijina Pain that down said Yame as you say no. Now, what cannot Nimri Forest, the one you best Jumedian assay a year free. Out of the 200 hectares, no, I say, you best here with 50 hectares. May I recover. Ya reclaim, I recover. Said a baya, a bebway ecosystem, no. And that's a member, the Jina pain that die anymore. No, yet the 35 million Ghana cities in and this is a commitment that Gold Board is making. And Gold Board at Dynady now, you see you, or some agency, lawyer, some agency, or Dynady war, to make the neck cross and pennyphoning in Adio Monsa, and Crata, as a dean CSA, and a Montoya Vituno. Say, when and quiet Canon Nimri Forest and Kwana, the baby's edge man. But I idea ye across the country. Now ye dia bois, a several situation, ye dia CSA or say na, I bet for my Ghana. Now, Yentia Ghana Armed Forces did this media in one continent because they're sure they offer question me about teams here. I didn't think I young fan was say Ankran being sad because
that can be Busa send ye and ye crown your companies one kebeba say hey brass I mean I'm going to my ye.
What you see and Casabon Fra and Casipamu. And I'm to say, going to work poon catching in a good room. They say, I dance with P. What say, Uncle Crown do not. I am a reclamation, may your margin so Moka, you know. I dance with P. Say, Yana or Monino, send your union I use to tremble. In 20 in a video almost half a grown, no matter no more. But we are talking about the Ghana Armed Forces. Our most war expertise or more, and in the four, almost maybe. And quite apart from that, anyone watching from the sidelines of the Caribbean says, Ghana forces, so much you may be some ball, my Ghana whole by ya. Again, the security threat to change. Sadia, and mean for ya also to our various forest reserves. So, Ghana forces work them with their expertise, and you will name there, and a forestry commission, so, and you will name there, so, and a gold board, and I'm so my Ghana, they are Kuma Sunti. Now, your person, you think a cocoa dread, you know. And they are the Kozia, if you are singing, if you are for an Benja too. Now, your sons won't make my young person, or say, you know, they or how, and the Bray, said about 4, I also die in human tree. Yes, you do, Sika, they air said about or say, you know, you bet you not about payment that demo, let me Abba. Now, you are some agency, a year, your chief executive officer, wɔka be a person be quote to directly na say market mu ko atranka say wo say ebra wo kasa signing ceremony no what say the decision to begin with Tanonimi Forest Reserve reflects Gold Board's determination to contribute meaningfully to the restoration of Ghana's degraded forests and natural environment, which Senya Esida Yakuma Ponso Yenibre Aberie say, and Yami Ahodwa Yede former Goodyear Etu or Kwambone Swaffe say, the big Messi, Nabani Jina Pemu that day. Na asanso de GDA abaye memu na asanso de ebom one Friday abreaking. And I think so a year Deputy Defense Minister Honorable Ernest Brojadensi. Already what kind of thing was say sad decision here Gold Board ya making idea bebo apa. Now my main quote was say when you overemphasize prevention, you only stop further degradation. The lands that have already been destroyed still require deliberate efforts to restore them. What so when you say the normal would want to talk so who see a illegal mine and who kwaya? Yes. Which way you be there? Name and Sassano Swa and Nemo Swa, Mount saying on who down Sahaswa be the legitimacy. And also the Baba your how Cassia and the Baba Dawso. And you think I know who said Ghana Gold Board at the afternoon who said Omuno will be car boom and a forestry commission be car boom and two and a more SUC. You inquire ya. A man for and way, and nothing, you did not pay Papa Mo. Now, Ora, a year Dr. Hughes, Dr. C.A. Hugh Brown, our not ACU, and the man Forestry Commission. There was a brand now, Mono, or more drinking choir, you bet me, I will claim Musa, and South and near choir, I would want bigger miners and I said, no. Some graining more the class about your initiative we are, your person, you're implementing. If you don't know what fact, go more than now more you to say at the part and in fact a more mukum vampire day ahare. It detected 5 million Ghana cities and now get a yesika yadishim and the assas get free 50 hectares of destruction there were Tanonimi forest anymore. Nothing kind of so atwaso. It is a mouth for better Susudia. And the assess you made you said you be a copa, but sure say you know the any bit the other cost was Tanonimi Forest Reserve, and it's now about the cost. Now, said I'm still kind of, and you're one of a bad idea, a initiative of Yayo or my Ghana Sananga to Yamia Hodua, Sa or say no, a cost. You see, as a dab, in class, the association in class, I say. CEO of Gold Board, Ura Samigan in a sense of Ura, Hugh Brown, our mayor, CEO, Forestry Commission, nothing so the Deputy Defense Minister, Ura Projagency, Omina, the one such sent Casasia, Jacob and Kum, Naya, Nomabia Tuma, and among two Castle Sabri, Ebeshas, and it is said
our timelines be modern Mama so
and kind of mechanical, you can't. The number of discussions that are caused to our forest reserve, they're looking at 8,700 hectares. Yes, I said, on new forest, the discussion actually 200 hectares. They move 50 hectares, now here. Gold Board say reclamation and restoration, Ghana Fanana. So within the next 2-3 years, normal way better ever cost of power. And Tanonimi forest ever start here as soon as possible.
And your mamma was saying, Namima, Yera, Samijemfi, our da Gold Board, I know, Yera, Hugh Brown, our da Forestry Commissioner, no, and Honorable Brojagenfi, our no so a year, so far be the chair was share as for so. Na yemma wo nyina mo ne yoni mo adwumayfo am wo nyina ya na odom nchi aso ama wo mama me
me ka so mu tie pa me de nchi abemo mo so dodo pa baba wofa
Owura Prince Minka director communications Emma Gold Board and the new more twitching and come afa and come here. Okay, 101.7 so any. Now EcoBank is in country say what the mobile app be up by your friend EcoBank mobile app. And this our phone soon I'll be maybe so transfer sika, move sika across even 33 African countries. Uti Ghana how would feel which are them office you now you. And we are say baby ubetime transact sika through the EcoBank mobile app no e ma kwan ma control sika ye fe no EcoBank mobile app. Enti say wotua school fees, water bill, electricity, payments awodo mobile money transfers ni nyina no wo baye wo wa card so. Enti entena ho download EcoBank mobile app no say ya e wo App Store na Play Store e wo phone so na command di usika. Command ni che say you pay attention to details. One na wo ye enti woni baby a wo di nyina so efa. Kai EcoBank mfra wo se me pa cho fa Ghana card details mami na say fire bank card details man na pin number na bibi etesa da bi and one test wo bibi ni na wonti ase a fra EcoBank e wo call center 0800 003225 0800 003225 EcoBank the Pan African Bank me the way from na fe ya ba the boka tan so end point homeopathic Dr. Duboatin ye niema bia edokoro wo niema bia eha wo body ni mu wuti bibi sew from baby o shishi stroke na kan ho no to mirikai kan ho bra Dr. Duboatin wo end point homeopathic hepatitis diabetes eniare wo ulcer bra Dr. Duboatin end point homeopathic clinic me pam chew wo spine problem se wo chibra mu anasa sciatica to mirikabere na wan saw yare biara Dr. Duboatin esa otu ase won edifri ho e ma ho eto wuntimi nkase oh yare we de eno ana bekum Dr. Duboatin se bra na wodi mfidie behwe mu bra waba no ewu ba bia yare ni ntini wo wi a wodi homeopathy no a any side effect account eno anu no maduro no a etu yare na se won efri ho Accra hospitals will shell signboard Accra and now we'll be able to come 25 we do after wajan shako straight to Apogee Gardens follows the sign to the clinic Kumasi branch no krono mabwe hia Angel Education School na chipe takwade branch wa Nigeria na police station na chipe Dr. Duboatin ama mo 30 minutes madawoma mo fan friend sisi ya wonu an ekuta phone no 30 minutes mo fan friend 0244 86 70 68 0244 867068 0244 867068 0244 867068 End Point Homeopathy Clinic 0244 867068 End Point Homeopathy Clinic. Yeah, nana mami yanko da bagata so.
Yo, Kwame, me sha say the free me film has say the Ghanaian Time the Bokrata no emo. Na Ghanaian Time said the aba and I watch mo Stephanie Brick Wine and actress story the Bokrata fa eto so me na sa and watch so me prosi adwumako no ache krachi bia wonye mfinhye aduasa enkono Michael Mensa na efa abaya okosku ewo University of Cape Coast Innocentia achufui avino ni wo no eho na prosi for hremo ese wom susa brantia no enim aketesia no ewo no hobi na process anya IGP ne cyber vetting and enforcement team and June bosumina neto so edu enum anadwo bese no so abapa osima edunum na womukopie mu ewo pedu Lawrence station here wo Cape Coast defa and yeah no womo enya na ensema police for kruchegu nkrata so echemu senhwemu a womo eye no ededi se June bosumina neto so du baako enwumre bese no si abapa osima eduanan enum no na mensen ekofa ewura achukui edi efree Ayensu Plaza wo UCC Hostel Enclave no emu na wiemo HSE mensa no no oye teacher ni na wosan so ye adwuma se driver ni enti opon suku a na chese wo ahyase etu ne car na chese no so de fa a passenger for enti wo mo wo de no ekọ Hatchland Beach hono mo na wo de no ekoye na prosifo nhwemu no egusu aya ekoso wo mo chese abrante no nyese bi wo de so bo ebo ne se wo no ne kun awura na emum no esanse okofa no otena ne car mu ede ne koye enti no wo mbese wo mene no edi nkita ho anase di nkomo na wo mo hwe ne ya efirimu eba yenti a ode no ekosi Hatchland Beach hono mo enti wo mo egusu a wo mo eye ensem no mu ehwehwemu we ye Ghanaian Times nsema wo de aba
na Daily Post Democrat akata fa to so woche Honorable Kwame Nkrumah Tikese apomuden soafo na Parliament masebe fie wo kirem here ko here yes Dr. Pakosi Bedu our chief executive officer for not teaching hospital na wo twene sensan na wo kirem say enya wo ye no enya wotan enya nibre enya anwo ya sebi ene kwanso ano no de oyeye no ene kwanso ano no na esefata se no otu sa na mo no etwe CEO esensan esanse wochema na mampani John Dramani Mahama ade sese ya to aka ma CEO foni na so ate iwo kwanya ya faso eya ade tituri ya bana pomudim se ya wo se eya mampani ahyede sense obi ba yaresa bia na nipa no wojindawu eye emergency nipa ne gina wuwo ne nkwankwanta emfa ho ne de tie empa wo mpani wo nipa na wose agina nkwa na utumi kwoto eye fene sanyi accident and emergency unit mu sesanyi no mo omunye emergency ba hwe yare no ye yi omudan woni nchemo ode aba se eye nyina so ntia esa CEO ne yes anti otwe no sensan ya karafata so wotwe ena de aseminam
Meda suja katafet sumiensa ewo the Ghanaian Time Democrat Malik Sulemana enatro ensemedia ba no chese kane Ghana fotosamfo yewura Ken Oforiata ne lawyer ni ena wakase lawyer Justice Kuse Menka Premu ena wode atu dwache mo sese no United States of America Immigration Court ena womo ama yewura Ken Oforiata permanent residency a ugusua ehwese extradition process no se obetumi atoa so senso ebekwa akosi hefa ni nyina egina emre eso ne lawyer ni eye Justice Kusimenka Premo kanyina ene se 12485 adjustment of status application ya wo mfre no green card petition no eno ena court no agrante ede ama yewura Ken Oforiata na court no ehunu se criminal charge ya ede abo no ewo Ghana hanom no enhyeda enimu saa na saa ejinasie no so no enkyere se mfomso anase bone bosobo ayede abo yewura Ken Oforiata ewo Ghana hanom no wo mo ebo atuagu eno no ebetimi abase wo betimi ayemu sakremu na chese wo masan ede abone ebio wone ne legal team wo mo ede atudwa se ruling na court no emaye no enkyere se soboa awodo ayede abo yewura Ken Oforiata ewo Ghana ha no saa sobo no so wo matwam eno de entimi enkosa emane nyeye no so Ghanaian Time Democrat wode ho amane bo abetudwa
na medan ho Daily Post Democrat anu mu na ba ko amede esoro sunie fotesamfo na akasa yi fotesamfo akasa yewura keje lato forcing eno kiremu se yakọ aban ni mekwa wodo bi mu a kamya yese sikra ya jeje wo senka ekọ aban futo mi de yempuntu yuma enyinu papa wakana brofo kasem no se public sector financial management system no waste we mu no very high very high wo chemu sa na nu se auditor general report pa ni okohunu ye ewo aban ni mekuo wo musika semu pa wo de won sem ba ye no a nyame ni mu ni ha dwene papa sika fa nkrofo nsase sika frank nkrofo account mu o Mexican nkrofo di ni nyafu ha dwene panti internal audit agency wasre pa se wo mu fo mu ni hwe wode asemi to dwamra 9-member governing board internal audit agency mo ya mamra ni amane eda wo medi na wo kire wo mu se edwuma da wo mu so papa problem we no wo mu ye na wo mu solve ma yen Daily Post ene
Meda so ewo Ghanaian Times mo beja katafa to so dum no page 12 Clef Ekufol and actual story ediaba na enra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oko launche Ghana National Research Fund oko bieso kopa ho entoma a enam so ama odisikapudo 1 million Ghana cedis wode atum se wo mo de behase ede aye adwuma na no na mampanyin kase mo wode etu dwa se eba research science and innovation yade bia wo setimi di akotene pa wo Ghana yen sikasem ene adwadie entutuye mu ensakara pese eba mu nkwanimu pese eba empuntu ahodo wo se eba no ni nyina se ya anya research amfa body mu nyansa pe kwan so anye abefo kwan so anya enya dia na yepesi ehunu no ye betimi ehunu eti mampanyi editu dwache mu ese o my Ghana ye boapa na ye sa policy se na ebeya ebetimi aboa ma obia ubetu ho esi wo no mo se wo ye hwehwemu ebia edimpuntu obebre o my Ghana no wanya sika ebeso wasene mu amasan hwehwemu no watimi aye ama akwakosi ase no sign the tudwa bio ese nyese bia wo mo epa ho ntoma na akeke na emum no wo mo behwe se yebenya ho nimdie sonko a ebetimi aboa yen yi pa ne senti no man no ankasa afato no ho so a wo gina act 1056 2020 eso na woma apeja sa research fund no emu eyie na timi agina brane na aboa yensuapon titiro no efa enhwemu ahodo a womo eye efa Ghana yempuntuo ho Ghana yesikasem ene yedwadie eho a Ghanaian Time Democrat watansem no mo ede aba
na delegate Democrat ani
so bodua na menya adwuma ketu am
ya wrestling wa hana na wo
you so aba munu aba
Nanaze
na o crofrum no ne yiri wa nkwa adwuma we shu meka ne yiri wa nkwa adwuma aja kwasi na wa nkwa adwuma so oba no wa ho
ona ojare akwa
na se na efa wo se wa mba ofuo wa mba di ajame
abemuduro so Kwame yesi wo yiri wo na se wo di abemuduro ma ne no fo hyehyɛ no wo be ma nso no ma wo so hwe abɛhyehyɛ wo
tu so hwe ahyehyɛ saa na
ahyehyɛ wo de kwan
o se ni ebo ho me di we fam na me na no fi ba anya ko di nkoma ba adwuma ko bi adi Heat Foundation ye NGO na omni Ramsey Regenerate Medical Center for Kambum the 3 days ne esiwo ye cancer screening ya de kokram screening mpacho tie ni niema ye screening e de afa ho ni cervical breast and a prostate cancer cervical cancer breast cancer and a prostate cancer cervical cancer no yennuanom ma ye ma menum ye yerenum ne ade no sabi eku omo pa bra na be hwem ne hu se ubi udie ni bi fifiri wo ni padua num anase te sen na breast cancer nso so wo ba ba ye emusu hwemu breast cancer ahwese ebi wo unufu mu abu ayi bua bia bedem ana adwa bia bedem na wo sa ye prostate ndie ye mema yare be ma na wo prostate na eku mema pa obi dwumtuni bi te se hiu masakela prostate cancer ne kun na was what the 3 days you see wo ochina Friday and Saturday 18th to 20th June there's a Thursday to Saturday now was say 9 a.m. pepe to 3 p.m. the bia venue no Ramsey Regenerate Medical Center Asalam down Ramsey Regenerate Medical Center Asalam down Accra Burkina Faso in embassy no Burkina Faso embassy e ben no pa GPS no so wo hwe a me bo kire wo ubetini abo ahyem tie GA dash 027 dash 9300 GPS enie GA echese Greater Accra dash 027 dash 9300 no an we edit early detection saves lives na bia na wo kona wo ya yera kwan ne ade numbers ni ni frɛ wo mo na book for appointment wo ba ye nche wo mehwe wo ahwe mu ama ho ato 0242 072 416 0242 072 416 05 another number 0501 39 69 08 0501 39 69 08 last number na J 0556 96 07 31 0556 96 07 31 na kai say eye free me pa cha we no eye free yo ya nyi usika screening na wa mo ye no chena ene akopim chena Friday and Saturday no eye free Heat Foundation ne Ramsey Regenerate Medical Center and eya ma free into we no wo mo asalam da be Burkina Faso interview embassy no and abehu wo mo nti we e free ya nyi sika ha last number ni bi 0556 96 07 31 0556 96 07 31 nti fa wushem na early detection saves life na na obi one your former deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Now was signed a yamreni ye ni non twetwe nkomo burucha pem na was a historian was a former Brahafo regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party was a Kani Minister of State Interior burucha pem na sama boni nyina
awaka nyina
na mami fa ko ba free say ye na send ye say wake up ye bobi o Canada na wasante hine wono so nani monyam bekwa kopie wonye se ball no okwe keke okwa woni Canadian businessmen ne Ghana for enso wo musem wobie ebetena se di nkomo na wokopie ho no na eye krabehwe emu nkomo bai na ane ebedie ansa na wo bekon so wutiti nkrofo bi akrabirfo bi a wotumfo ntimi pie Canada ene yese akye no kora wotumfo a yakye no enkomo yi etesɛn
oh matcha atifo na let me be very frank men kan okran nyama no sanye esikono onse me fresh abokoko sayanum asem kase be ba frank kan siso so mo ma yanhwe ankan ya yanhwe yankasa ho yanhwe entusua ebeti ni yonde bia badakuru me kano bimpentia bimpenhwe bimpenhu we Israel first world war it was the death of Ade Akye Abia the first world war combined.
That's what
Ade Akye
okay nipa ba ko pe
and Rwanda Tutsi Papa Nona at the so na Husi Kawi, na Tutsi Kawi, na Hutu Kawi, na Tutsi Kawi. It was a representation comment. Bang! More than about 2-3 million people died. Yet say Hutu Niba Nonama. Me ya pain ya me ya kwara na free ya me kuma kwara ya tsi ni ba me kum in Burundi a similar thing happened. French Revolution, the fall of the ancien regime, plan on not the ancien regime plan. In 1995 or 94 in Ghana, Kokoma on one side against Nanumba, Dagumba, Mampusi, Mosi on another side. The death toll uncountable. 1990. Death toll uncountable. Seseno, Nyabayane, Bono, Asante. And this one, it is not even well defined. And then the money you because when you get Bono, not Bono, be Casa, not Odi Atemwa. People restricted to about 2 or 3 stools. But okay, some Bono, which is never correct. One teacher said, "When you did attempt, because he doesn't see himself as a queen, I am born." Santa the baby brother for on one teacher is training on coming. There's some few tools supporters as it are from a yabro. No, Danasa no ma.
Na okasa no wa chire kakra wontwe wanu mpini ayi no me wadaworoma domutiu
some few
amajana na ye
some few tools akitafo ne ba constitute ba say bono then be come and bono you can't get about by 10 tools then be kata say be come and bono ne be to ma sante. Then virtually the whole Asante as a group. That's what they're to my bone. In Asante to and yet for binum, I'll use the word bono binum. Binum want to say we are domestic or to be. Want to say Brekum Adisia Palmer air to be. Won't you say Japekrum air to be? Won't you say Banafu air to be? Won't you say Nkranza for to be? Won't you say Ufuman proper or to be? Won't you say Tuobodom proper or to be? Now other side, enemy account, now other side is Omoto. And it is a very dangerous and a dicey. Now can't they see Otum for but
Nana, I still my voice no actually.
Hello.
I'm about to have it.
Baction, Bahankofono, or them, and the people saying that a bon phone nan bear can answer. Into Baction, on Timunko, on Timun Rakaneba, on Timun Koda, Wallahi, Baction, or you wanted. But could be no can. And you know, sometimes you become crano. Not sunny pano crano. Far, Nkonyano cry, or Bono Bay, and then can't be cry. One can't be. But baby, never black at a bunny, never send the politics. About 99.99% of them know ANDC from Kwan. Then you come to this side, essentially. That's about 99.99% of them know AMPP from Kwan. AMPP from Kwan. Then you have this problem. Into Bachelor, Bencheno, Bencheno. Oh, but that's a way now, Kwame. Wako them. Oh, I'm penning a canoe. Wafra Lupi or Bagana, or Babe Ghana. But how do you descend to this level? Now, as I'm saying, I could do one of the summer thing. Share reception or mother ama asantene. Bibi home, bibi, Debbie. Bibi honey, asantefon amano, a very good reception. But few of them in him Ghana flag. From time one, private jet no AC tamak and so. Tama otum for PA, Tama Baman Aquabano. Who Ghana flag no Elrubaya Adun. Asante flag in Kwan. Why? It means that the more among for Casa 8 Asante
the more amount for to pay it, the more the Asantes are getting organized, and the more Asantes are getting well organized, and that is dangerous for the country Ghana, because our vice president is in Canada, the vice president, and Kabaria, and vice president, Panan, and Kasese, Yenina Yeti, Nyoka Yeti, but attention about Asante and some more. Why? Because answer no bekono nsama ebinumu kan atemdia obinum ye akutie ebinum boy and Asante Francis so we bedru ha bia yes you and you see culture at its best, and I'm saying that this is very dangerous. Minister Dante is a Parliament of Ghana I take up this matter. Send ye also ya no mention maintain said the Jubilee. I said near Kosono. Mention maintain said the Minister for Local Government and Chieftaincy are of Free Bono region. Or the my own take up matter. Maintain some majority. Can Abambabin tell us, sir, near Kosi, sir, Abia Upper East or Upper West or Northern region? And tribe you to my behum. Be chama behu be kasa ma behu sa nti kabamba bi obetuma hwehwehwefem senka already have that issue in parliament. Can the majority tell us sani yakoi ebe say yakusasi mampusi issue aye kokoma na number issue aye dagate wala aye lobby sisala nka omun take up eti minority better na kansere yake near coffee. So any tribe in Ghana or tribes in Ghana, not to not semi and think they will not take up the matter in Parliament. Can the national security tell us? Say somewhere I could hear about attended na cartoon man for any someone oh Basel or them. Oh, or anyway, say Jimmy or your gallery say, where see you where you win. Can the national security tell us? Can the IGP tell us, say, near some issue? You think they will not take up the matter? So I say it's a very dangerous issue, and it doesn't portend well for us as a country. Now, historians, they are distorting history. And I say yes, and I say yes. And no, I'm not now be or the platform baby. Now, then I followed it. There was a seven Nipano kind of crab. It is so only all Onimia or Kasama Coca Doma and the Paban coin. Now, Santinho. And then the comments, the insults. I found it here. As a Tama Doma and the Kwaman Domatis interest on the Kwaman coin. Now, Santim Maye. Another name of Santino Musurana. Another have a word be a friend of Santiphobia. No, fast forward. And also, I can be ever can be. I'm going to get historians and also can be a Yone Nabam. Other Osu Alata, Chama. In 1620, I know to free taxing. 10 years per Omono Emma, Omo de Soto Adenokrama, Yone Nubamo. All 1620, Emma Osu Alata phone, a free taxing mine, a call Osu. You see, a man, and I understand the problem. In 1620, the present day taxing mine, not a Nihosa. In 1620, Santa Kingdom and now near friend of Bono Manson. So you are assuming Osu Alata. What can say we? People are capitalizing on that. And on that, Ebinu di Asante Fuate. And that Ebinu should di Abun Fuate. But as some now can also you Osu Alata. 1620. There was no present day Techimano, not a new present day Techimano, about the 1890s. Present day Techimano, about the 1890s. So in 1620, it was Bono Man's song. In 1620, it was Bono Man's song. But the man wants to be serious. Well, what we some Canada, some midway in a room. The person is say, one woman that some historians. One cry a preacher, woman almost now I also heard about a historian be. What a Casanina can Casanina. You're free chief for him, a chief, Nanachi Brimpon. Nasa asemeti na chibrempon ho na yesu free ya. Chibrempon ma me ni chibrempon papa. Me wa fuda kan kasa ben. And the man calls himself a historian. Also a historian. What about chibrempon? Because the first even Bono man song pra nana samai from 1295 to 1325 na nye chibrempon. It is our chibrempon. Whether be free chief one more, I can cast a bishop. I get through. But you see, or this through, that's maybe the hatred for Asante. The purpose is Mr. The Apostle Canada says our vice president in Canada, that Asante is in Canada. But you know, attention, quite Asante. Attention, Asante, because no, we won't catch a Asante for now, we'll catch them. But so they will continue to showcase the Asante tradition. It is an Asante flag, you know. I will not be surprised to say, and next stadium Hokran. I wouldn't be surprised. So next stadium Hokran, the brebe him Asante flag. Now, Abeka said, you express yourself and can spend air bobolwa. Nanka, spectators will be him Catalonian flag. How will you welcome it? How will you take it? And then Belgium, no be him Flemish flag. So who be somewhere? Maybe and the baby mechano. Now meno, this thing has been highly intensified by the NDC people, NDC supporters, NDC activists on the Bono side. And when you come to the Asante side, it will be intensified by the NPP supporters, NPP activists, and it is dangerous for this country, Ghana. Paul Lenoir said, Namafa the currency, or call Shatrana Owian. So, Kowo Doma, Owo Sumahinko, Owo Sachimaya, in Kabayan. Sana Sadoma play a bisuko Honkokan, Ewo Kumasia, and a Suma play a Bihonkokan. And that human player being Kumasia. And some people are very quiet. Nobody is talking about this. Because I have bloggers in Bedi Obri. It is okay for them. Maybe not clearing America and yet the deal obey. No, a coherent and consistent. Ghana has some be American a coherent and consistent. And I know this time so nice as I was a phone a better career. I'm just a baby. As I was Papa no better career in 1702, your friend confuse you, and an in your bar attach you, and an in your bar man attach you do. No, I'm such as I was as sour, or more called them to a war no buy him. Now, I'm saying the home of as sour beer. I said, Sir Cotton. I said, the rope. Never cotton, I say, Sir Cotton, Leko, a sour biase, and I just was by. But yes, I was in my teaching in a confusion, and I said, you are, and ɛde sɛ atase edu enti apia nom ne nyinaa bɛbɛdi akonya ne nyinaa no atase edu ama asanwasa na bakɔsɛ na wakyerɛw no eti mesrɛ mo Ghana for Canada deɛ mo memfa nya afutuo da bia mitufo mampusi fo asɛm ba meka bagomba fo ba meka gonja ba meka anwolo ba meka ukɔka asante asɛm pɛ andi sufo no akai ba sɛ bɛde yɛ campaign bɛde obiri bu anye ho ɛne asantefo yɛ campaign eti asɛmdidie no a asante nyina ba ɔwɔ hɔ ba ontumi nkɔ na ba akye no na ɔdam now is there when you do that you influence a tribe will be we are some tribe will be woman bread asante ne koi or the new job in the koi asante ne koi or the bechem hema koi asante ne koi or the uko kumasia sem for the only nyina no nkwaso ne koi
what is them for nkwaso ne koi
adine koi okay asante ne koi or the eastern region or the new Joabin Koy. I have a region better him. Some phone in Nara or Ghana, Helena, or Mopasantamino, or the woman cost for him a Koy. It tells you a lesson. It tells you a lesson. Or the Abuja in Akoy from a country. Whatever Abuja. So you see. It tells you, sir. Every kind of Nande, now Santa from an Edron Banhonaman, a Santa from Drobia Mamma. A Santa Baba Quasamino, and an American, no one back Quasamino. A very interesting, very rich. So what you want to say, we will know back Quasamuntia. A Santa Faba Quasadibiti. This is the Cocano baby said. This says now after the 48th round, no. This says now British no the man, woman anymore. That wasn't the first time I hear big sex. That there have been a big sex issue in this country. Now in Ghana, now it's when big sex is satisfied. Or say to better children and said, no one for Bria Omra Media Kunya, Urban. Now, or the Akuakuani Pabi Ayensia. Urban or the Anuma Samoa, Asamoa, or not that's a Duma Mokano, a Yanu Urban or the Bantamam Kratia, a Kahoman Yanu Urban or the Shirati Poku, then another Coca, actually, none Shati Poku, but a man for Taisi Shati Poku.
Two for Konosono, what they Asante businessmen, Ghana businessmen, baby koi. You was a Kwame despite Nadauruma, one Yura Dr. Oforisa Pon, any executives in the baby, what woman koi.
Yeah, Mam Fa Oforisa Pon, the Sabbath, they are Santa for, but in the Santia, but the Bako baby, but you know. Maka Anuma Samoa. Nana can Shasi Poku.
Nane, and then what can you hear man for 40? A new Asamoa, I see a Duma Samoa.
I knew about now, no Numa a corrupt obey a doom. Now, we made to Mamiki Canton, and Numa Samoa. The Shasi Poku cry, and Shasi Poku. Now I know of a Bakubin. But where and Shati Poku and no man or maybe can I did deny I am Shati Poku. And a band to Mamma and Quetia, me and son. And a dominace, the dear pizza to one, for your fraud dominace. And a cropon ya Cofonuma cropon, and a confoco, Agona, a confanache, Agona. That was where the word big session. It was around 1685, and a big session started here. Ubakaya, some Cochilona Cofasa, Mandia and the Furba, a drama nano, Ade Nazantia. I shall know. So please, the person yes, Asante, ensia bi ma onidi obi atem bono ensia bi ba bono kwa bia na ma me ya were ho taa se nkonya be se numa na nsia sefuo bi na be to peko. So you cannot say I don't think Asante for no so binum kan na say be me se me bu afu kakra because I could generalize it abonofo what is the sign a real domase or can be what is the peculum can be what is a banana can be what is a sekwa can be what is a the baby can be what is a fiopre can be what is a atronia can be what is a shetra can be. So why do you generalize all people? What is a Uko Yasentia? What is a Mantin can be? What is a Nkranza can be? What is a proper Fuman can be? What is a proper Trobodom can be? What is a proper Thanos can be? What is a proper Insura can be? But who mention you, Yanu? Attended Yane, I could see a bonus in Hunu. That's a NDC bloggers.
Na yes boy bi na wo yesa no ohini David ni yes wo MPP ni ono kwa ya na wotumi to bi mahama de wo kan otumfo asem se ya chen ne ade no yes wo MPP ni
ma bi anya sa no kraka me person I don't want to go there please I don't want to go there please I think that I am so matured and so civil so I don't want to involve myself and that kind of when I catch it up. Why not? But some can say MPP for being so. Man can say, man can say. But how do you use? And I think quite disheartening. And say, they don't come from this Bono or Bono East region. One can be. And so be a wono or Tanaha, no way, no way, Jimmy. No, this is one man on Far Santi region. No, no, so no, so no, a bonafide Jimmy. This is a very serious thing. We have never, as a country, experienced this kind of situation. But I'm sure, it will explode one day. It would explode. As I'm formally, Nana, Kwasi Broni, whether Frederick Hudson, whether McCarthy, whether Girard, whether Maxwell, they all accepted the fact. Unadulterated fact. Say, when the no crane, Wamonya Anquada. What you say? Wamo Henny Aircon, or the businessman echo. Also, the man now in the crowd, the businessman. Can I was your million Kumasi? Assantes and non-assantes were on it. The man now should be baby. Now, some dirty politics, dirty politician, dirty. Now, a commabino, it says, you won't have to describe them. So, the command some year by year, when we see and as I'm to first bang in the book.
Nana ya run up na me a ye brand ya bimpo.
Na asante for birds bang na ya bon for see you could see ya. And you have some young men and young women insulting people left, right, and center. So Brekuma Baka said, "O free Asokore." Now, Dan Kwaku what the elders said here. Ghana have a bon abasu. So do a horn my witness and be pa or can I come to the council John or can Michelle be an amateur a foot from me by Ghana for Mufo.
Nana, Yebefa. Nana, no, was why.
Yo, Mr. Michelle be out.
Yes, pa. Nana Obribwahi, Eddie and then a tree and common. Yeah, Miss Swab ye bar and come afro ewo. Me, mamma prediction. Onyamia kwane ka say, and there ye shet a year, Governor God is saying. Panama, Pampana, yes, doing it. Yeah, Quava.
Okay, FM 101.7. Yamenu, Ejaba Bonidi Aduama Wubi, Eti Yamenu for him, a machine for 40 years that I minya of papa so ba fie ni enwe fufuo ya asam aba na so oben wadi fufuo adi mpreni ne mpresa da kro ba ye de ne ehwe fufuo a akwade wo nwane
adua mo adwuma se me ne fie adwuma de mini fufuo kakra ba o medie no ene wato me twama da pasa aso wo kan na matire nyira
what ate na make am mebo a
ebo de odi komum na se sia de obra to twa fufuo ai wo wodwo pam na wo ma siu na wo timu aba na wo sadade na wo timfra kwade ne nyina to twa make say ya need food sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne make ne fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kama ya yefra no need fufuo a
enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo
se bia
ma me hwe bia need fufuo eye kama say bode fufuo ne make fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan eposim na ede na me se wo ka so ancho simanu mpe no wawie no ahie wo kwa papa bi aguso
be chese de ama mani kura gisa need fufuo a ho ama me ko tobi kura ba ne se de Ghana for sipom fufuo no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufuo won pam wodom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bia wom wo nso de bode ne make ne fufuo papa bi
ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne sanya wo fa mojaduro ana pawia ne anadwo a wo koda
need fufuo a e wo wo fi a eni gye nko a
FGA agi ejwadie nkrato yi atum.
Hello, Medindi Wagadri. Na me was antisa manfwa what you say.
Ma hi, your friend me Pamela. Mr. Mami mobile app details na yen fan twa to me bio.
Ana me Crawford was to say me free fee.
Hello, customer experience. You're blocking my account, Mr. Mami pin number na me unblock you.
Ebenum dia ho pepre to me feed imo.
Mr. Click a link what text message I send one no se siara. Na ya upgrade won ko yen ATM services for fraud no so.
Na wona manage won ho pa ne wona wo click kane ansa na wo dwene ho. Can no cray like play won crow bit me ato sales en fidi mu bo hu ban kai say EcoBank in free ana in send wo email ana message in misa wo pin OTP bank card ana Ghana card one sem da ma winning now EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Kwame, mi ya umuao. Me ba penyin no kane no oni made pa. Na so na se bua no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bo na me ka asmacho ase me fa ne ko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enko yie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. E ba ne sa. Fa no bra. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Ni nya nhwemu mfa ne no. Oha bia entam se bebe ni asia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe ye o se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso na esiche yade no. Aya na momoni yade pa.
Sa pepepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu wan ko check up awani ho kra no. Enyem prenu. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say fa wonu wabusua nyina. Ebra ni enya hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oha bia no ye behwe ni asia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafun fidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de ye san hwemu no. Ye dwuma efon so de. Wani wote enti ba ye beje o fel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024 225 1983 and 024 045 2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni eno kania.
The comfort afterwards for na beja na nuham wo mu a ema wonta adiem ye hwam na ni da ho safofro wusi ne mahia for comfort friends ya wodi samfro ne emanum no ansa na wahata afei sia bonten na ma wonta adien kasa mawo kwatu comfort sachet wo provision shop ana market ebe wo wonta adiem be ye hwam ena bebre comfort ajibe bia fd adie nkrato yatum.
World Cup fever no abo na Electroland Ghana Limited at the stadium ni je ne bawfie we de ya tete niama ni nyina so ye pese hu go bia pefe na wetimi abwaje won so asa wuti stadium hobby and enti ne bro discount e was Samsung, TCL and Nasco smart TVs ni na ma match day bia nya we nije da na beji ye powerful air conditioners and ye coolers ye top and bottom mount chest and display fridges no gas cookers wo ho washing machines microwaves and ye small kitchen appliances ni ye keka ho nyina when the football promotion is so power fimu ka ho na kwa ye showroom any anamo si for one more Ghana fan nyina ana friend was 050-315-9738 ubetumi so call www.electrolandgh.com. Lectureland. Ye the stadium no Baufi.
Efiura, me mwachi o Fiura. Yes on.
Machi o Efiura. Efiura me chia wonye so.
Hey, Ewura, enforce ma msu. What? Eba enforce se chia me. Mo yem no.
Won so pepe.
Hey, oh, wafi, we die me pese ni Fiura bekon. Eh, Efiura we die ye kwa sori abo. Ewura de. Mo kwa sori. Ye papa ye. Ewura de ka soro ho a. What? E be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne ma edi nsuo hie twabia nom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom eni mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende e rekore ne fie wura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enimre dia mo no makodew mo mame na mu wi a ma soro akotena so ndem se ye kosum ya
Mesi na dia ya late nso me yanki kabinje Efiura ye wi a yakosere bo fate ke Efiura wuti fia se light bi no water bi oba huntua bi bo se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
ka hwe me catch you play nya play fa say this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe what e de me hia ne nsuosie na nsuosie so me ntoi se me bufu a metumi ato bag mu a what yeah Efiura we nkwa de ma abunfu e koto nyanhwe
Efiura fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FG agi edwedie nkratoi atom
Okay FM 101.7
Okay, 101.7 so ni abusuafo me pa chawa dro we e ma bi mpa ho da ye fe no S7 herbal balm S7 herbal balm e mienu na S7 herbal ointment ye ni kan hwe balm no balm no waposo wa chiri bremo neck pain kon ya wo spinal cord pain fa bitwitwi wona sia tata fa bitwitwi inflammation fa bitwitwi rheumatism fa bitwitwi eno ye sasabro na making eno ye S7 herbal balm no pebi chemical shop pharmaceutical shops awudo nyina benya bi afa S7 herbal ointment ndie razor balms where you about the sense gu nantama propro empompo cocoa piles ni nyina wobenya bi na ode aye na wo pendodo a baby amabobo ni nyina bi ho ntia duro na emienu S7 herbal balm and S7 herbal ointment no and a foot rot nantama propro boys pies cocoa tibi nefa toso neko and balm no de honam tutu sisi wo kon wachiri bremo na ase atatai niam bia honhunu sasabro na wayisu balm ni bi na wode wi afikura na ase sofo na duro na tatahwe no balm no S7 herbal balm ana S7 herbal ointment no na bajo tienie kwabenya abuom junction ena factory ni wo e wa Accra na wo ba Peace FM abaka junction ha ye benya bi e de amawo bajo afese tie bio e bia na area wo no wo prese wo mo bre waduro ni bie ana awukoto bie na hu se bia e wo drugstore number me beboyi wo bo anase wo pe bia tu akogu chemical shop anase pharmacy ana wo herbal shop number me beboyi na abefre Batotini S7 herbal balm S7 herbal ointment number near 0244 94 67 78 0244 94 67 78 0244 94 67 78 0244 94 67 78 S7 herbal balm and a S7 herbal ointment. Uba Peace FM abeka junction abusa security for no ombeme obi ato kama pa. Why na?
Nane.
Bebia na no two for no me ye reception dinner na ne ade no. E Toronto. Na area me kwa metie eno no Woodbine. Obi be say Woodbine wo fine from me ben Woodbine more no.
Okay.
Woodbine menante na ekom ufi ba bia meme wona men fun say half kilometer eno ge beduni
from hotel hoko
hotel hoko no enti me ba ba gina ebeto junction so junction e 4 highway nu etwam say double lanes ni twam say na me and another one so twam ko say twam ko say
be free here ko hin
baby ametie no
eko mo
me fan say ti say e free ha eko Ecobank
wana say mu
no Ecobank
ana say ogina okura hu
oh yes and some more no so so pa so and one no so Ghana for amakọ no bia wonye fufuo ni ade a mu hu Ali Maradona
ade o choba wo
mo ye Ghana for ni ani fufuo bibia wodo obekọ some few kilometers away anase e wo ba Woodbine Mall ho no a yi alatafo no ye eba na amala with Afonso so the pa so the pa
I see
Woodbine na Canada e free you loved it
baby
yeah
Canada baby
nana
wo se grobi wa enye baby na efe
ba Canada de na ne wonim say snow no be to wo say snow no tokese pa it wa mo de caterpillar de edwi kwa so ni bi asisi miamia etowie ya the next 5 minutes wo bati edwi kwa enwi kwa no na ye den a accident e besie no na bi on so kwan ye nante ko wo fa so ba wo fie won and the wa so sanet e no bi go ha no asabi egu na akwa de nyese obi eba no petri from wa wu asudie no eda wo so fi amafi opa
nana wa uni atonto tonto se men kan jo se you too much uni baby
mini anyina nyo hia ya asesa boka kire no
nana baby akoko ko ye di ohia ko
emu amakọ no so no ya monko Niagara Falls ba wo free yi kwa wo free Toronto kwa now moyet betre mon fa taxi ana Uber in and out no unye obi a obetimi agemo $500
in and out no
so obetwa mo
na so do yi na akoko ko hin no ana o ka se minimum ya yo
ya na asesabo
na de ni de nya onya ni agasabo baby awo ko in and out na $500 no
in and out
25,000 Ghana cedis
go na ya for a force wono unso obe fa nsuo no so be go number bia ne ade akama pa afa se okuta akola faniko Theater of Illusions ugigila obehu ewo eyi Toronto inside downtown Toronto Theater of Illusions na efe kwa ni di agro wa na mo hwe yes akwara no edi 2 hours ankasa ode na eba na wonu be preso papa
nani
akwaka afei ehwo na ankasa no anase wo se wo pe wo di ne ko Toronto Aquarium na aquarium no wo mo create na ehya asase na se very lovely and nsuo ni wo musu senti mo ahodo turtles ni nyina wo mo na medin kwara ne kwae no na abo 7 sunu ahya ase yeto
anyumre
ye de ne ba o se wo ma
anyumre 7
ai tasiri so beso aye befo no onam na okonya me tamma de na pa enti monyimoni
ani je wo
ha
ana wake up with akopio
ai ni teacher mu amowo Binewood ha no aye kama pa empokra sa wo baby etise Hamilton nom ne ade a obetumi aba na wo soso waba downtown Toronto na munyina aba abegimani na ebom wona na ade a awe won se wakọ wake up in Nkuteska
werenje
ubakọ he ye hwe bo na ade ye ngo no abehefi baby ye me ye fit town idin Sankofa Center it's Sankofa Park na ye kama na minim de ya omode akandin na akoto ye de to yo
ɛyɛ Ghana for na court
Debi Canada for na
hey
ebo kese obi a wakɔ obi atwa picture de ba na yanko ensem twani ababa wa fefe this year na obeware nyame adawromenti eye obapa Philippa Atanga oba Philippa memo wache
wofa bacho mejoso
ko de
wofa nyame adomboko
Wari dey say the forms no dey me raise bonus akosoro say can nam dey $250 per form a obepe pick bia no share said the economy ni niam me dey ko 300
wofa urezi bandi bebra so mbe dwane o ana
Okay, FM.
owo nwane ade na kwa ho de wo why say Atlantinam no ba akofo onwe
wofa me da
amapa enkomo bay na free court edi be ma yen yate se tanno nimri case no wo mu gusudi enkomo te sei
yo wofa ai no kro mu gusudi na no meka se kwadubofo no dance ni otoso mensa eye investigator obo ama omo hwehwe sa tanno nimri asem ni mu ona ojina daka mu chief inspector akpo Glover na eno a omo to aso ma Chema wuntumi lawyer ura Ade Akye Abia etoto na no ni a lawyer for can say cross examination no na eno ano wo hwe questions ana ura Ade Akye Abia na obisa chief inspector Akpo Glover na ye na no de na ise na o sign repeat questions ni bi ebi ni se no obisa ne se tano ni mi nkwaye mu ho no ohun Chema wuntumi ewo hoda ono ankasa di ni hu no wo se owo kwaye ni mu a oye galamse ni bi na owura ne ka se de bi password di ni hu Chema wuntumi de wanfa ne ni hu no na emu sani ananu o se wo ka kire court no se omukọ asase ne so no na akonta mining enioma esisi asase ne so eye mining equipment
ibajo mi bo enkrofo ya na enkrofo confuse de ye die wie no any de wo mu die wie na judgment be bata July no we no de wo kiremu yi de eno ye different case kwa yes die
sa enti ni aye die wie na eno nyame adoma 3 July ena ye de atimwo ne beba no eye Samuel boy eno na ye say Chema wuntumi baby a ye de man de dwumeku akonta mining so muntu gold no ono to de ne pe ekoma nkofo mienu ana minister Emma no kwan se untu saa na mo no no okenkan Minerals Act na itia emra no eno ni ye die wi 3 July ena nyame adoma otimwafo no se wode na team wo betudwa na eno saa case na nso ena owura Ade Akye Abia se on na nye Chema wuntumi lawyer biom asisi a Samuel Atachia ena obedi Chema wuntumi enim akwa akotwitwa age no e wa asem no ho enti efineko sama boy asem no ehu nkatasim bia na se ba no se ye twitwa age Chema wuntumi ana ehu legal process bia no ne che se ye owura Atachia ena bedi se adwuma no ena nia me ka ho asem ye no a omo eto cross examination ne so no eye tano numri kwaye ni mu a eno no yesi Chema wuntumi emu akọ ni ne dwumeku akonta mining akọ bubububu nia aye galamse wo so eno na Chema wuntumi na manager
101.7
ono eka se na o ka asem no ho a sisi awabeda ne dansini a mmebi atwam kwadubofo no frɛ ne sɛ omo dansini a odi kan nti sisi a nipa otoso miensa ye investigator ono na boa ma omo hwehwɛ asem no ono gina adaka mu enti wofa difference ne no enti ba ko de ye wie ye twen sɛ otimuafo no di na temu betudwa ena we de kwadubofo no ne dansini otwa to ena ogina adaka mu no nyame ya adoma 29th odina dansini nyina bebe
ono na eka sɛ okɔ baabia na mining illegal mining activities ekoso no okohun akonta mining for wo mo de be ne de be ne na ewo ho
also okohun excavators yesi bibi the water plant okohun ni na wo ho a say na akonta mining na hyenso de ebobo ho na emu mpa so de Chema ohun Chema wuntumi wo ho se oye edwuma bi wo ho no osi wanfa ne ni ehu no na emu man na no ka to asese ewo mu se we hu Chema wuntumi wo ho de and so o share obi ti say or say or can say PW1 let say kwadubo for no dance ni odi kan nti we no na che so o share akontama ni general managers Edward Akwa sisi ano onye oye dance ni ma kwadubo for no ono asem no okay no e general manager ma chema wuntumi edwuma akontama ni nti no opa che say ewo mu se we hu chema wuntumi wo asase ne so de enso obi ti say Edward Akwa na eye akontama ni edwuma ku no eni ba ku di kwadu owusu bempa omuna no mu di akontama ni edwuma ku no emu akotene pa ehun tutu ni bibia wo na no moye na sankofo ni nyina no mu take instructions efi chema wuntumi ho enti asema na opa aka ne say ewu mu chema wuntumi wan fa ne ni enkohu no wasase ne so da na emum chema wuntumi ko ya na ema instructions ema nkofo ekoho ekoye edwuma
Philippa through the cross examination or the two just say okowa yewura ekokun na ohunu ankasa
wankase ohunu na emum se omo ena na omudi eye akontaman edwuma no omudi mu akotene
okay
omoye na sankofo ni nyina nso omopanyi na eye chema wuntumi a omuji instructions ifi chema wuntumi ho enti edwuma bia omo ye wakontaman ne ho instructions ni fi chema wuntumi ho na eba enti wanfane ni ankohu ne de na emum onim se chema wuntumi omohwehwe mu chese chema wuntumi ena na ema instructions ma omo ye galamsey no wo tano ni me kwayi mu ho enti na no me ka se Ade Akye Abia esen bi zane say na wanfane ni ankohu no ede na chese chema wuntumi eye edwuma wo ho na sene ne nso na ka no say ukohwe mfidi a ye de man na egu asase ne so no ahensudi a na ewu su na eye akonta mining ahensudi na enu anu nso na oru Ade Akye Abia bisa no say enti se ukohu se ahensudi bi efemfam ni o mebi ho a eno che say omu ye edwuma wo so o say o hwe omu checks omu ye information omu nyae nso enye se omu nya ne track ke omu san ehwehwe emu yie omu se eye no kre enti no eye no kre sa akontaman ni ekutu galamsey wa asase ne so na enye se bia atesem na ni nyina mu no na Ade Akye Abia ka se onu chief inspector no investigator no nhwehwemu ni aya no so obe so mu wo beebi enti na atesem na odi ye edwuma no se enye no kreda nipa a oji edwuma ni fi no wa na nipa a odi edwuma no o handi over man no nipa ni ye nhwehwemu yie ena ono so beebi a nipa ni ye du ye no ena oje to aso efi ho enti enye atesem nkofo mu di omani hu edwuma na ekoso tano ni mi nkwaye ni mu omunum asem ni omudi omani hu ye no ni nyina na omoboaboa no omusan ye omuhwehwemu a omugidi se ye no kra ansa na omudi ba betu court ni
na chese de akwakoduro no na nkofo bisa se yetese oru a Ade Akye Abia wasi ni cases no a odi amacha ma wuntumi no wajai ana eye de ye de judgment ebeba 3 July no nko ana wasi waje mu na de aka de oda so gina mu di
wo fa sa pepepe enti samra boy de na ye de judgment beba utsisi abe na watchimi akabe se na watchimi ensa no eno na oru Ade Akye Abia se onanto asubi on pepe
ba jo no de se oni bibi aye ho ana filing of addresses na won ko ye bi
addresses no ha ena ba filing of addresses no so wo fa me kai passport mu afo ne ka se enye nhwe opa wo beye opa wo nye enti wo hwemu a se filing of addresses ne nka won che se oru Ade Akye Abia ne che se asem no yaye ni ne wie enti sesi ana oru atachia ba bisum no ena nyame ya adoma otimu afo ne se na nkosi 17 ntika ene ena nkosi omunye so mo filing of addresses bi a wo mo akosi but na anu wo san call court otimu afo ne se watwe ako 24th June 24th June
ene na otwe
aha ene ye be kwa akotie se oru atachia sesi a wasum no den wo be ka che court no because na no me dem asututu form mitie oru atachia kakra no ni o waka me say obekwa akọ apply for record of proceedings nti asem ni efita ma ya sha ase nyina okoji ni nyina na kakra mimi nimfa saa deɛ no ho ne sɛ ɔkɔgye ne nyinaa wɔsi yɛ ma ne mmerɛ na ɔsan hwɛ mu enti minnim yɛ nyinaa yɛ nim sɛnea otimuafo no bɛyɛ ne dwuma afa sɛ ɔbɛma ne mmerɛ kakra na mmerɛ no wayɛ ne ntɛntɛntɛm sɛ owura apia atakyea no nso ɛbɛpene mmerɛ because ne kyerɛ sɛ ɛma no 24th yɛkɔ na otimuafo no ka sɛ ɔma ne mmerɛ kakra ne kyerɛ sɛ ne following week ana judgment ne ba nti ɛhɔ no yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ owura atakyea ɛbɛpene so sɛ mmerɛ no a yɛde ma no 1 week to judgment na yɛn na fa obetumi de study proceedings ni nyinaa na anamontuo bi ɔwɔ tu fa ho na ɔno so aka akyɛ court na na nti ɛno ɛna owura and apia ko bi so wɔn di ekyire bi na tano ne mrim deɛ no deɛ ɔdi ekyi ɛna afei nso exim bank deɛ no ɛno sɛ nyame yɛ adom ɛkyena ɛna court na ahyɛ sɛ nea kyɛma wontumi akɔ for plea bargain no ɛno na ɔkyena na otimuafo no sɛ ɔmo nsambra no ɔmo file ɔmo disclosures nti nyame adom no so ɔkyena ɛbɛkɔ akɔti ba ne mienu ne deɛ owura and akubi onjɛ mu some aboy deɛ no a judgment ne bɛba bɛyɛ na wɔtwe mienu sɛ ne nsɛmi no ɛna ɔse ɔnanto aso bi
na mame mu sa wei ɛyɛ no cross judge ne kan sɛ prosecution ni hwɛ no wind up the cross examination no ɛwɔ numere die yi
wɔfa numere die ɛno no wotumi sɛ asɛ we no wakyɛ kakra wakyɛ wɔ adaka no mu na ne nti nso a wakyɛ no ne kae sɛ ɔbɛgyina adaka mu no and apia ko bi sɛ kwadubɔfoɔ no ne witness otwa to nie ɛna ɔsan yɛ investigator nti ɔbɛtreat ne te sɛ star witness nti no otimuafo no ma no mmerɛ kakra na wontumi mfa ndi sɛ adwuma no nti otimuafo no agye so pene ampa ɔhwɛ a bɛn na wɔtwe mmiɛnsa nie ɔmo agyendi bi a ɔno ando gyina adaka mu na yɛkɔtene mu a ɛyɛ ɛkyɛ paa almost 3 hours then ɔde yɛ cross examination no nti nyame yɛ adom a otimuafo no aka sɛ next agenda date ɛyɛ 29th ne deɛ ɔbɛbɔ mmɔden sɛ ɔde biribiara bɛbɛ awieyɛ ɛsiane sɛ na kyerɛ sɛ akyɛ nti nyame yɛ adom a 29th yɛkɔ a mengye ndi sɛ yɛbɛsɛn atu ahyɛ da sɛ chief inspector nansan bɛgyina adaka mu ɛdɛn a owura apia ko bi nyame yɛ adom a 29th ɔbɛwie
mame nhwɛ wei no ɔmo wie a afei na defense no so ɛfrɛ na dansefo anaasɛ ɔmo afrɛ ɔmo deɛ dada
wɔfa yɛwie a ɛna court no hwɛ nsɛm a adansefoɔ no abɛka ne nkrataa a ɛgyi ɛde abɛto n'anim a afei court no bɛhwɛ sɛ kyɛma wontumi kwadu a yɛde abɔ no adansefoɔ no asɛm wɔn abɛka no wɔ court no ɛho bɛhia ɛmu odu sɛ wɔsɛ kyɛma wontumi oyi ne ho ano na ɛno na ɛyɛ ampɛ bebree bo nsɛ na defense no afile submission of no case on bɛka sɛ nsɛm a kwadubɔfoɔ no aka no ɔmo ngye ndi sɛ ɛwɔ nyinaso a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo yi ɔmo ho ano enti ɔmo frɛ ɔmo adansefoɔ no wie a ɛna afei court no bɛtake saa decision ne sɛ ɔnyi ne ho ano anaasɛ asɛm no kɔ ani nyinasoɔ na ɔmo court no hyɛ sɛ kyɛma wontumi yi ne ho ano a ɛne yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ wɔn nso ɔmbɛka sɛ ɔmbɛfile submission of no case ɛsiane sɛ summer boy deɛ no ɔmo file yɛn nso anyɛ adwuma
na wɔn de call appeals court car said there they have a case to answer nti wɔn samra na ɔmɛyi wɔn ho no ɔmbɛfrɛ wɔn so adansefoɔ no
saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na ɛkyiri kwa na ɔmo srɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a court no nka nkyerɛ court of appeal nka nkyerɛ high court no sɛ asɛm deɛ no kɔ ɔmo mfa nkonkɔn hɔ court of appeal tie asɛm no wie na ɔhyɛ sɛ ɔnyi ne ho ano sɛ ma ne nyi ne ho ano no ansa na asɛm ni ato aso nso ɛno so court of appeal ebugu yɛ sɛ ɔnkɔ na asɛm ni no ɛnto aso ɛno na ɛnam so
na kyerɛ sɛ yɛsɛ bɔ mpa yi a yɛsɛ nananom gu nsa wɔm sɛ ma yɛnya aban amanneɛ no sɛ ɛnokorɛ paa mɛbɔ adeɛ yɛ a wowu wɔ kɔɔto yi ɛnokorɛ ɔho
wɔfa ɛnokorɛ da biara meka sɛ sɛnea woka no wobɔ mpa yi a mesate sɛ mekɔ court nea de biara mea meka kyerɛ me ho ne ɔmo bɛn me ne sɛ wobɔ mpa yɛ sɛ nyame nkwa ɛne ahoɔden ne sika a san bɔ mpa yɛ sɛ wo ho mma asɛm wo ne aban nya amanneɛ ɛsiane sɛ asɛm no yɛtwe waa kɔsi sɛ yɛbɛka sɛ wo ho so koraa no na wo koraa berɛ a wabrɛ no na ɛnyɛ easy akɔneaba sɛ ɛbɛkɔ yie sɛ nkɔ yie agye nyame ɔhata so yi n'anim enti wɔfa yɛbɔ mpa yɛ a neɛ wɔ sɛ yɛka no sɛ nyame mmoa yɛ a na ɛma yɛnya asɛm
papa mame ɛna wase bibi wɔ bio
wɔfa ɛno ano nyame adom a exim bank deɛ no a kyɛma wontumi ɛsɛ nka se fi eji e ba e se chema wuntumi afile plea bargain no ochana court ne cast for monsambro mo file disclosures no mo bra nti plea bargain asem na bemu no ochina ye be hwe yebisi wo court
nti eti se ene wo court we ade e be kina we je te se de ye yakokole buni am waduro se nom
na watchi mu na watchi ni na utumi se chema utumi di court akonya basa okoha no wakoha ebiene owo eyi otimu afọ di kokuvite enim ochina owo rubia yiti enim na sisi a Halima El Abdul Basit nso de ababa peso exim bank de no nti na watchi no utumi se ochiche musa ene etumi boa na ne se bia otimu afọ we akase na watchi we ebi won so enye se okọ no dakodaku ebie na okọ ochina obekọ nti wo fa enafo
mo ya nso mekonim mame na wase anope
wo fa mismidas
pa yen central ni Philip Atanga ena ye ndi amane baba na Electroland Ghana Limited for me mo amane wake up what the adoma to so don't come me mame aboko don't come enie TV a smart TV me pa twa mu dwan e hyenada ka mu e 699 Ghana cedis 699 Ghana cedis smart TV say Samsung TCL Nasco Electroland Ghana for airton enya no nko no omoton top and bottom mount refrigerators chest freezers display fridges washing machines microwaves blenders air fryers water dispensers and afei jare kitchen niema ye di ade nyina moto ni nyina bi ho na brand ni efi TCL media and Nasco ho na hwe wake up wo ma wa hwe ne niema amru wo bodi nyina no wo de akyede kese promotion aba eno no wo ya awdo nsatum wodo nsatum mu no a kunkron na wo ya akyede fe na akyede kese promotion eno so wo nsa betumi aka eme awdo a me bebubo behu Electroland 4 ewo ho Electroland 4 ewo eye Ring Road oni Paloma ene bohu tema obe post office no Madina Tasi Rank no oni Ecobank bohu Adenta Barrier behu Electroland Ghana Limited 4 ewo ho Kaswa oben Coca-Cola ena Dansoman enso me run about no behu no so eye Electroland 4 omton niam ne bi ho industrial area no so woni eye woni Global Alliance for ebohu Kasajan ubehu ye ho Accra Opera Square ubehu Electroland or La Paz nso oben Las Palmas hana hachu oben Ecobank edan no eno afi ashama nso o market wa Electroland Ghana for se bra na ne pound de ebude ta bra na wo ma bi na enye kama pa emfama na TV no de me emphasize no 699 enu 700 cedis o ubenya brand new TV a sign a smart TV na dia ko board na wa hwe me ba charge number here 0503 15 97 39 0503 15 97 39 Electroland Ghana Limited main number name mo Nasco number na dia enie 0502 98 98 94 0502 98 98 94 no Electroland was say bringing the stadium home the America dia 12 so nie ba to tie nie the America DJ mame mini na mini aje ebisia be ne sia for me mame it's in ka so we tripa so mo afwe no bi amami hu yanam no bi amami hu sa no bi so mi mu Ade Akye Abia ato ni panimre eka ye bo amani ayehu esu ayesu nyasa no mago na esufre no oba ye se nya di no ne mum na wie yo ajeyi awie ya tim awie ya na siana wana bna intimini awie ya mimre na so semi wona siana wa na bna intimini siana wa ebra misi so no na bna na me ho ofe pa bia ma ho ofe ntino me gin ko foku de e ma bufu onwum num say wo se na ye den ona na bisi mo jeria me sim seria yeto ase enti ena wie so se ena de me obi mpo na was frame yo so mo afu na obi amami ya no me no obi amami eni na obi nsomi mu awie ye no abo we kakra awie ye na siana wa na bna enti mindi awie ye kidin na
last of all you na uji
Daddy ba ja eh na si ye monwie ye je tunne ikura munyum a me pepa
na ukuru munyum bebrebe na wenya nyu bi a ma no pese no ezia na wa
na ye wie program no na ayi so na eude Alex Kwadu so no oba bebo to lyrics na oya ni nsa se ya ese band baby ayi ese kofom pa na unim owo secretary bi on the mobile ni bi be unim adwuma wa ono no ubo mistake oba ni mu a se bia awieye senem na wa ma jeta ne koso se te no etu obo ubo mistake ten a say 200 cities na abenya obepo na adeka the next engagement on the cover 100 cities Nana aswansi presby ena emrebi ye kwa sorry na wo say na omo ye ahoho no omo ye ahoho a omo ba so no ye to bra na obaji wo bra na obaji na mo abegina no na ebusa asempa cha
for
obeye den wa ha na bia waka o me be sramos oh okay na church ifo na lead no makotwe odi o se pon aho yi no ma betwe odi no adi nkomo bia na obese obetwe odi wasafunu amu ya na maami bi ebebe gina anim ho na se maami wadawo ma obeye de o se ame mpana na mo asore pani na me bada ne ho papa ni ti wa sa onyira Wanu si ye presbyter. Na maame no kan ko anaze won kan kure.
Na. No kure bia wo baby aye kan no. Na. No kure de.
Usan se obeye de.
No kure de asem be ba de nana.
O se na maame no so am se da bre. Se ojo onyu kure se. Ewie, woti adwamu. Some near Boko. Most of any what you membrana. Must have a papa when it's from yes, sorry, I call happy birthday to Martha Tinkwine Awo Hebron. If you are Bushian, and Wunia Nanako Jobwadi the 4th. And Joycelyn Asantia on what despite media and the Emma Wo Martha Tinkwine Awo Hebron. When you go pon shira ena yesrema wo edakesimu adum mu ne abompaye fagidie kase amen. Oh yeah, you have a kwa wasa no Kwame Nkrumah Tikese boni show president of the land me produ pani kwa mo studio me na mote o ina na Kwame amu ena mote mami biama kwafo enka awie ye wie ye ko
no makwane so sanu o precious ye nyadino